Hey guys. Hey Katie. Hey Trey. Trey, why are you drinking a tall can of beer, Trey? Um, you guys, I can put my camera on, but my Uncle Kevin did not want us to leave. He's not letting me leave my mom's house until the first half of the football game's over. So I'm out back. So if I put my camera on, it's literally pitch black out here. So I figured I would just put my little avatar on if that's okay with you guys. You guys know I'm not about that life, but I will just show you real quick. It's pitch black. See? Pitch black. You can't see nothing. Maybe the moon. Hold on. Wait. The moon behind me. Hold on. The moon went. Okay, wait. There's a street light back there. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna turn the cam off so at least you're not looking. I'm sorry, I ain't about that pitch black shit. So, all right, guys. I'm not even gonna wait for a bunch of people to get in here because I'm sure everybody's doing elsewhere, doing everything about all kinds of drama and all kinds of bullshit. But tonight, I feel like I had to take a little IG break over the weekend. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't want to, but I just see a lot of shit going on, and sometimes I just have to, log off and do what we gotta do. So, hey, Joy, hey, Diana. Diana, guess what? We're at my mom's house, so you ain't gonna hear no damn ice cream man out here. I really am dying, and I would hope if one of you guys wants to come up with me, please say drop the link because I would love somebody to come up with me and talk about this. I am very, I am so opinionated right now about Housewives of Potomac. Has anybody watched Housewives of Potomac? You guys, what the hell is up with Candace and why does she think she can just bully motherfuckers left and right? I just can't figure it out. I can't get it, you guys. I'm sorry I jumped right into it tonight, but it's just like Candace has got me so wound up. You know why? It's not even about what Mia's mother went through. It's like, oh, Diana, you need to get. Okay, Diana, I'm going to give you a quick overview because I love you, Diana, and I wouldn't do this for anyone else, but I'm going to do it for you. Last year, Candace got in people's faces. She was putting her hand in faces, and she's a small girl like me, okay? But she talks a lot of shit and she's never been able to back it up. So a woman last year got fired because of her. Okay, Diana, a woman last year got fired because Candace put her, and Dark, maybe you can help me with this, or anybody else in the chat, maybe you guys can help me with this, but Candace put her whole hand up in Monique's face and all this, and Monique finally snapped and was about to drag her ass, and she kind of did drag her ass, but it wasn't right. We're grown women. You shouldn't have to drag people, but at the same time, oh, Laura, hi, girl. At the same time, it's like you can only take so much. You know what I'm saying? So Candace went through this last year. That Monique lady got fired. So now we're in through it this year. The new lady, Mia, is there. She's successful. She's very beautiful. She has a mother that has had a hard life. Like her mother wasn't a mother to her. Like this is like just a quick synopsis. Mia's mother wasn't a mother to her. Pretty much was like a crackhead her whole life. And now that she's better, she's pretty much loving her sister and not her. And so Candace doesn't know Mia's story, and then when she even did, she keeps calling her mom a low budget whore and all kinds of shit. So it's been crazy. So as Candace went tonight, she was like, "Oh my god, I wish you guys." I'm freaking upset because hold on, Kevin, can you try to get that light to go on?
The light don't go on, babe.
I can't get the light to go on, guys, but it's like she was like all up in her face. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys just come in. I'm at my mom's. My brother begged me to stay so my husband could watch the game with him. So I'm on my tablet. So We're gonna have half this live from here, half of it in the truck on the way home, half of it at home. So you guys don't even know. Who knows what the hell's gonna happen tonight? But Candace had her hand all up in the lady's face, and then she threw some salad, and then she did this, and then she called her a whore and all this nonsense. And I like, okay, I need to calm down for a second because I'm getting all like, Katie, I'm getting all wound up. Like, it just, I guess it bothers me because it's like how much can you do to somebody? And Candace, her own husband, okay, who's watching Housewives of Potomac? Because one of you bitches is gonna come up here and talk with me. Because I need somebody to help me with this. They said that I don't think, in my opinion, when you call up mother, oh my, you made me laugh too hard, Laura. I'm gonna say, all I agree with Mia. She said, meet me on the street. Exactly, Laura. Well, that's where I was at. Dark. If nobody else comes, bitch, you're coming up.
You hear me?
What?
I'm about to leave in a little bit.
I know at halftime. Well, we're gonna keep doing it. I said they're gonna get. Hey, holistic. We're gonna get half the live from outside mom's house, and half the live from in the truck, and half the live at home. But Uncle Kevin, say hi. We can't see you because it's dark, but just say hi. Speak. Say hi out loud. They can't see you. It's dark. Okay, he's waving. I'm gonna hurt Uncle Kevin.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, Candace is wildin'. Wait, Katie, you watch it like hardcore, Katie?
Have you talked to me?
I got it. Don't worry. Katie, give me my phone, baby, in the house,
I
please.
don't have my phone. I don't even know my phone.
My phone's right there. Can you just hand it to me when you go in?
Bro, I just see my phone.
Laura, in my opinion, Candace has not learned her. She is yes, 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 yes. And I believe when her husband walked up outside without her, he was regretting. Laura, you guys, you know what? I really like Chris, and I think Ashley I know we're going off subject a little bit, but Ashley was kind of like getting through to him, and I think they got somewhere until Candace butted in. And like, listen, we all stick up for our husbands and stuff and get that, but like something I don't get, why is Candace so aggressive? I don't know. Is she having like PTSD from Monique? Is she thinking everybody's taking advantage of her because she's small? Like, well, Laura, you can always. I'm on Avatar only because if I take my camera off, like I'll show you right now. If I take my camera off, I'm out back my mom's house. It's pitch ass black, so you can't see me. So instead of pitch black, I put my little avatar up. But you can come up on pitch black. Hey, 4 and 6 chick, I'm so glad to see you here. Adri, I love the picture. I don't know if it was your son or who it was, but it was cute. But no, Candace is getting to me because I kind of liked her at first, and I liked her dynamic with Chris, but I'm getting upset because it's like she's going off everywhere and she's blaming everybody. Ooh, okay, Laura. Laura, yes, please do. Girl, Laura, I'm doing this from my mom's house, and then I'm about to do the rest of it from my truck on the way home, and then get onto my laptop, okay? Because I was not going to cancel my live, because if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So that's what we going to do. My brother just wanted my husband to watch part of the game. So that's what we doing. Trey, why you leaving, girly? A 4 and 6 chick. You're so sweet. Trey, I miss you, girl. I'm so glad you're here, and I want you to have some damn fun. I'm tired of everybody not having fun. Let's all have some fun. If y'all want to make fun of me, we can make fun of Lisa. That's fun. Like, let's have fun. It doesn't matter. But it's getting on my nerves. Potomac, I really thought was boring at first, right? And as I've gotten into it, it's gotten better. It's gotten way better, right? So I just don't. I see everybody's petitioning. They want Candace to leave because she's getting aggressive. She is getting aggressive. She's getting crazy aggressive. And I think that she's getting aggressive like that because she got Monique fired last year for coming at her. No worries, Tracy. I think that she thinks if she can get Mia to come at her, she doesn't like Mia. So I think if she can get Mia to like come at her and maybe hit her or be aggressive at her, then she can get Mia out of there too. I mean, do you guys agree or no? Am I wrong? I mean, you guys tell me, right or wrong. Do you think? What do you think, you guys? And I'm so sorry. I'm coming. I got to get on a streamer. Laura, Dart can drop the link to you. She can either drop it in the chat or drop it to your IG. Let her know what you would like her to do. Ooh, 496 chick. It got so good. Uh-oh, Uncle Kevin's yelling about football in there. Uh-oh, oh my goodness. You guys, so anybody, I asked Dark to tell me, anybody you guys know where I got my tumbler from? Uncle Kevin wants a tumbler so bad. He's like, at least I want one of those. So we have to find one for him. Yes, Katie, I know. I'm so wound up. And I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm doing this from like a black screen, but I'm going to keep going. Even when I'm on the way home tonight, I'm going to keep doing my live. And when I get home, I'm going to go onto my laptop and do my live. So don't you worry. We're going to keep it going. Because you guys are my people and I love you guys so much. Hey, Shaylin, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad everything went wonderful for you. I don't know if anybody knew, but I know I can share this because Shaylin, I know, said earlier it was okay. She had a surgery today on her toe and everything went great. And see, Shaylin, prayers work. So everything went wonderful. Oh, they're yelling at a football game. I don't know. Adri, yes, I am full Italian. And I got my twin brothers here, and my mom went to bed, and I was getting ready to leave. Yes, Shaylin, girl, I'm so glad you got to go home and everything was good. So thank you, Shaylin, for popping in, and I love you for taking time to be here. But I'm so glad that you were safe and everything went well. And Tracy, thank you for reminding all Tracy M. Thank you for reminding all of us about Shaylin's surgery because I'm not even gonna lie, with everything going on, I kind of forgot, and I'm so glad we got reminded. And you know, we need to always. God is good, right? But yeah, you guys are going crazy in the chat tonight. I love it. All right, so Laura, whenever you're ready, Dark drop the link. Just turn you can go in and hit open in Chrome, and then just hit camera off if you don't want your face to show. No worries. But yeah, I don't know, guys. And okay? So what did you guys think about? What did you guys think about when they were in the? Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back. What did you think? What do you guys think about Escala? I'm sorry, wasn't she Robin's assistant? And why is she being up Karen's ass? Why is she being up Candace's ass? And why is she being like she's belongs there? I'm sorry, Escala is a nobody. Who is she? She's like me showing up on the Housewives. I'm a nobody. Who the fuck am I? Like, it's like me showing up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean a nobody in general, because I'm not like downing myself or anything like bad like that. I'm just saying, like, who am I to be on a house? Like, who the fuck is a Scala? I don't understand why a Scala is like acting like she's like hot shit at this point. Yes, Shaylin. I'm so happy for Shaylin. Hey, little strict. My little gangster, little strict. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm behind the screen, but it's pitch black out here at my mom's house. So once we get in the truck, it'll be different. And then when we get home, I don't know. I might go for 4 hours, 2 hours. Who knows? I just want to have fun tonight, you guys. I had to take an IG break. Things were stressing me out. I just wanted to have some damn fun tonight. And I came over here to do laundry because unfortunately I don't have washer and dryer. Okay, guys, you got okay. Different subject, not different subject. What do you think about G, aka Mia's husband, Gordon? He was getting a little too, and he did that like tongue thing at Karen. I wanted to really show you guys this, but I can't until I get home. Oh, babe, what? We leave it in like 5 minutes? Okay. Dark, can you do me a favor? I'm going to load everything into my truck. Do you mind coming up for like a second? And then I'll be right back in like 3 minutes. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I love you, Dark. I literally. Dark. I'm just going to take everything and go sit in my truck. Because we're getting in the truck and we're going home. There's a minute and 30. Hold on. A minute and 33 seconds left in the game till halftime, and we can go home. I've been trying to go home, but my brother didn't want me to leave, you guys. And I don't like to leave my brothers. They're my babies. Kim Washington! Hey, girl! I love when y'all people just show up out of nowhere. I thought it was so rude of her to be like, gee, get your hoe, get your hoe. But then what was it? Oh my God, I gotta get in the light, you guys. I gotta get Dark. I need you to come up and take over for like 3 minutes so I can get in some damn light.
What do you need me to be up here for?
So I can go pee and get myself in the truck in the light so I can show you what G did to Karen. I gotta show you the tongue action, but I can't do it in the
We
dark.
don't need to see that tongue action again. Because that was nasty as hell. Okay?
It was nasty.
I don't need to see that man do that again.
No, I'm not gonna show. I was gonna do it. I was gonna repeat it, but that would probably be even nastier.
No, did you
Wait,
see
we gotta make sure Shahid's not in here because I don't know who Shahid is, but he gets all excited all the time, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. But did you not see Karen trying to repeat it? Like it was gross.
Oh,
No.
it was weird, dude. It was so weird. But no, guys, I just wanted to say, there's a minute and wait a minute. A minute and 5 seconds now left on the game. We're getting in the truck. So I'm gonna do half. I told you guys I'm about to do half my live from the truck, and then as soon as I get home, I'm gonna do it from the computer. But I told you I'm not gonna cancel, right? I say I'm gonna do something. I keep my word. Do I not?
Yes. Mostly.
Okay? Kim said he would not have done that if Karen husband was there. You know what, Kim? I don't know because I don't think he really gives a fuck, and Ray I don't think gives a fuck about Karen, to be honest.
I think he was so drunk that it didn't matter.
I don't, and he was passed out. I think Mia should have left him in bed when they went to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I would have left my husband there. I would have been like, okay, baby, we're going to dinner. Just take a nap because I would have known he would have been better off. You know what I mean? Just like we could have came back and he could have. I mean, they said he's 68 years old. Okay, listen, older men, it's fine. So just say, hey, he's older. He went to bed. Whatever. Dart, can you handle this for like 3 minutes so I can get everything out to the car?
No. What am I
Yes, you
supposed to
can.
say? No.
Talk
Just
about. Yes, you can.
you
I
phone
love you. I'll
line
be
that.
right back. I
No, I
love
don't know
you.
what to say. No, I will drop that
What?
girl. I don't know
You
what
want
to
me to take you to do all that? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you're gonna.
you can
Well, I
talk.
don't want. My mom's asleep, so I don't want her to hear me go, and then I get yelled at.
No,
I get
you
yelled at. Nobody wants to hear me get yelled at by my
Yes,
mother.
we do. We absolutely do.
Oh my God, she will cuss me the fuck out. You don't know. You guys think I'm bad. My mom will be like,
Jackie,
bitch.
just talk
Okay.
quietly.
I just need 2 minutes, Dark. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Talk
2 minutes.
quietly. What do you think about what happened with the men giving the shots to the table and not their own wives? She's not there. She left me, didn't she? And I'm supposed to talk for the next 2 minutes? Yeah, I'm going to kick her butt. My mom would probably be worse too. 4 and 6. Absolutely. So, what did you guys think about the guys, the 4 guys at the table, buying shots or a round of shots for the whole table of, the wives and the husbands and left out their own wives in there? Not really locked. I know, right, Little Strick? I didn't understand that. Like, I would have been so pissed off. Oh, there's Laura. Hang on. Turn your camera off, Laura, if you want to, before I bring you up. Do you know how to do it? If you don't mind being on camera, give me a thumbs up. I would have been mad too, Little Strict. Is it okay to bring you up with you on camera? I don't want to bring her up, guys, unless she wants to be on camera. Oh, you said thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah.
I can actually see you behind here. So with your camera on, if you just give me a thumbs up, I could see you. So I guess it's me and you until Lisa gets back here.
I'm just trying to get the camera on me. There we go. Midnight, where are you at? Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing okay. How are you all
You've been
doing?
watching this season, huh?
Oh, I have been watching this season. Candace is a spoiled brat.
Oh, yes.
And can I drag her for a few minutes?
Yes, you can. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
Well, first of all, she's a spoiled brat. I think her mama needs to come back and she needs to be a cast member of the show. And she needs to experience a lot more butt whipping.
Yeah.
Or her mama hitting her upside her head with her pocketbook. And then she needs to be met on the street by Monique, by Mia, and anybody else that she done crossed and put her hand in their face. So all of them can take a turn dragging her behind down the street and then some. And I
Absolutely.
can't fight because of medical issues, but
Yeah.
I got a sister-in-law that boxes like Muhammad Ali. So I'll have her drag her ass too. Excuse me for saying it that way.
No, by all means. I totally agree. They gave her such a pass last season. She instigated with Ashley. In my opinion, like she instigated with Monique, and you can only push somebody so far before they're going to do that, and they made her out to be such a victim. And oh my gosh, she learned something. She didn't learn anything. Hey girl, you back?
I thought she would
Is
have
this
learned.
Miss Laura?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Laura.
Hi.
Thank you for coming up and joining me. I'm sorry, I'm getting in my truck right now, so bear with me.
Oh,
I'm gonna mute myself for a second, but yeah, I want to slap
mhm.
Candace. I'm sorry, I just do want to slap her.
You,
Um,
me, and probably a lot of us. I don't understand how the rest of the girls were like just, oh, you know,
but
she's
did
doing
you
so
see
much
how
better.
Karen was giving her that side eye?
Well, they're all kind of now going, well, gee, I thought she learned her lesson, and I guess she didn't. Well, no, she didn't learn anything. She's no different.
No,
She's
she
the
didn't
same
learn
person.
anything. And my whole thing is when, after she was told the story, she didn't even seem sympathetic about it. She just didn't even
No,
care. That's the
no.
reason she needs to be slapped a couple of times. Because at the
hmm
end of the
Can you hear
day,
me, Dark?
Yeah, we can
Dark.
hear you. Yes.
Because I'm getting in the truck, I have to switch from my tablet to my phone, so I'm gonna have to drop down, but I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, honey.
All right.
Yeah, I really agree with you. And like she has no remorse for any of it. Did you see how she was with her husband? Like when he tried to get her to stop?
yes, she was paying him no attention. Like he
Mm-mm.
didn't even exist.
Mm-mm. I have to give it to him. He has a lot of restraint because
He does, because my man, he would have been like, he would have picked me up, put me in a vehicle, and been like, "Bitch, we gone, and we're gonna
hmm
discuss this when we get home."
yep, my husband too. My husband would know. And to treat him like that on national TV, like, mm-mm. You
A
know what I mean?
shame and a disgrace.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if later on down the road we don't hear something about her getting a divorce.
Yeah. I'm surprised
And
with how she is. I mean, obviously, behind the scenes, we don't know how their marriage is, but like, if she's any kind of way like she is in front of the camera, yeah,
with the way she has talked down to him, and not only in front of other people, but I'm quite sure she said some pretty nasty things at home too. And
yeah,
I mean, I know her husband thinks about it every time she says something to Ashley, like, yeah, he's driving his slave. But does
yeah,
she not realize she's a black woman married to a white man?
yep. I don't,
I
yeah,
mean, so everything she's saying applies to her own behind when her husband is driving her around.
yep, yep.
But she don't want to believe that. She doesn't want to accept that.
No, no.
And so I think she deserves to be gone, and I hope they'll let a scholar be in her place come next season,
I have a
because it's my
feeling
understanding
she'll
a
be back.
scholar is going to be at the reunion.
Will she? I think that because look, we all know that they keep the people that cause issues. They like that. They like the drama. So I'm afraid she'll be around next season because
But I
you
this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at they kept her this season for this season
Mhm.
because Monique quit. And I think with them having Mia, and then also having brung a scholar on, who I don't believe and will never believe is Robin's assistant, because she is never with Robin. But
Right.
I feel like they were testing these two out to see how they would fit within the group, because they knew they were going to have to get rid of Candace, because Candace is to Potomac as Brandy Glanville is to Beverly Hills.
Oh
She's a
yes.
liability.
100%. There you
Can you
are.
hear me and see me?
Hey,
Yep, we sure can.
Okay. I'm
Can
about
I
to get in my truck. Sorry, guys. We're like doing a straight up mobile live tonight.
Is it okay if I drop down? Are you good or no?
No, stay up for just a few seconds till
You're
I get.
torturing me.
Laura, what are you blanking out for? I'm so excited. I'm so excited to meet. I get so excited. You guys know I get. So wait, what do you think all this, like Candace with this all the, like, I'm
see,
4'10", Laura, okay? I can get mouthy, but I can back it up. Like, I don't feel like she can back it up.
she can't back it up, because
No.
see, all I need to do is just give her one. I got a niece that is in middle school. Well, she just started the ninth grade this year. I got a niece. Let me put her up with Candace. Look, this little girl, my niece, when she was in like the 4th or 5th grade, this little boy made her mad. One punch, she knocked her behind. She knocked his behind out. I mean, laid him out on the ground. My brother and his wife had to be called because his daughter done knocked the boy out. I mean, flat out.
I
One punch.
believe it.
And
But do
so
you
I
think,
think
I know people like hey Ringmaster, I know people are saying like they want to kick Candace off the show and all this because she's aggressive. Do you think she's gonna get kicked off, you guys?
Hang
I
on.
pray she is because
Kim says the reunion will give us all the answers.
Yeah,
So
I think so too.
you think that they're going to come out and say what's going to happen then?
I don't necessarily think they're going to come out and completely say, but based on what I'm hearing with Ascala being a part of the reunion, I'm thinking Candace is gone.
Yeah. Well, I don't get Ascala's. This is where I can't figure this out. Ascala was Robin's assistant, right?
Yes.
So why the hell is like Robin and her not like tight? Like I'm like trying to figure out where the hell did they go? Did they go wrong, or were they just never tight, or like did I miss something?
No, you know how they have said in the past that when they bring someone on new, they always attach them to someone.
Yeah.
And so they attached Ascala to Robin, the other half of Batman.
So Kim is saying that Candace is not going anywhere because she has a storyline. Is that
Candace
Well, does
does
she?
not have
Because you know what? I think Chris is tired of her fucking ass.
we
I
don't know
think Chris
what
is tired of
Ascala
her
has to
fucking ass.
bring, but I know she does have a level-headedness about her, something more
She
than
does.
Candace
I
does.
like her, but I just don't understand how she got brought in as Robin's assistant, and then
I think it was
like
an excuse to get her on the
That's
show.
just something
I,
Bravo does.
maybe.
I don't think she
That's
was
just
for
something Bravo does to bring a person onto the show.
Mm-hmm.
They have to attach them to someone to get them on the
Go
show.
ahead, get in the front. Cause I ruined my life in the back. So oh, sorry,
Escala is going to be gone. You know this for sure, Kim.
we're driving, guys. So sorry.
I'm hoping that Ascala is going to be taking Candace's place because number one,
Yeah.
I'm like Mia. If I show up somewhere and it's supposed to be something going on, why wasn't there someone, even if it was just one person in the parking lot saying, okay, everything's not set up yet, but you're in the right place. So yeah, it was a low budget
It
video.
was.
And I'm like,
And I don't even think it was Chris's fault. I think he set up some shit, but I think something else went wrong. But I feel like, Candace is like, oh, Chris, like, you need to do this, and do that. But then she's like, well, then don't do this and do this and do that. So it's like, do you want him to manage your shit or do you not?
he doesn't want to do the manager. He does
You don't
not.
think he does?
No, he doesn't. And I feel
Okay.
he doesn't because he knows he has to put up with, because you saw how he was the other day when they were at the restaurant when he said, well, find somebody else to do this shit for free.
Yeah.
I think he's helping her. I think that's what he's doing. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think she didn't want to pay somebody else to do it and like have somebody sign a contract. It's always, I would think if I was going to get into something, right, I would say, okay, Papi, be my manager. We'll do this for like a couple months, and then when I get big or whatever, maybe we can get like a big manager or something. But I feel like that's kind of where they went, and now she's acting like she's gotten all big, and she's like, oh well, I don't know how that's gonna be. And I think her mother's in her ear, and I'm sorry, I like her mother, but at the same time, her mother has done everything for her,
Yeah.
and it's like, come on, like, grow the fuck up. Like, what you got? And I know Mia. Okay, I will say Mia was wrong to ask her mom those questions.
No, it was fine for Mia to ask her mom that question because
Oh, okay.
her mom went around to every single lady and told every single lady there's something. And then her mama lied to her the next morning and said, I don't remember.
Yeah,
And Mia was the only brave
that's what
enough
pissed me off.
to tell
Her
her
mother
what.
said, "Well, I don't remember what she said to me. I don't remember what she said to me." And I was like, "Damn, that's fucked
Mm-hmm.
up," because she clearly remembers. Her mother was bringing it up. And
Yes,
I
her
was
mother
like,
bring that
damn,
to
like, I
everybody.
wouldn't have been appreciative if a friend of mine would have come to my mom and been like, well, is her husband getting paid and all of this? But, I wouldn't have been appreciative of that. But I would have also been appreciative of my mom being like, oh, well, I thought, Papi was going to be here, and
See,
I
that's
thought
low down
Papi was going to do
dirty.
this, and I thought Papi was going to do that. Like, you can't have it both ways.
See, that's low down and dirty. And the reason I say that is because my mother knew I was on the phone, and she knew I had my phone on speaker, and she knew I had my man here. And she said, yeah, your back might be hurting, but I know that leg been up. And I had to pop right back at her and say, how about all them Saturdays you don't want to see your kids or your grandkids?
Mm,
Boom. She shut the fuck
mm.
up. So see, no.
Okay, Laura.
This has to understand, and she needs to grow up, and she's not adult enough yet to be on the show.
Oh
I
look,
do.
Kim
Look
say
at
Kim is opinionated. She said she don't have a storyline to keep her on the show, and she don't have any drama. Yep. Kim says keep in mind that her mom lives with her, and she wait. Candace's mom lives with her. I
yes,
thought
the
that
cardboard figure of her lives with her
girl.
every
I thought
day.
that she moved, like she got her new house, and she doesn't anymore. So are they fronting? I'm confused.
No. Her mama has a home on a room on the first floor. And when Candace was showing Karen around, if I'm not mistaken, it was Karen around. Um,
Mm.
she showed her Mama Dot's room, and Mama Dot, there is a life-size cardboard rendering of her in a red dress.
What?
And so,
That's
do you
weird as
think I'm
shit,
gonna
right?
have my mama anywhere in my house other than in a photo album? How many
Oh
I
no,
don't live without a
Alicia, are
mansion.
you gonna have a cardboard cutout of me in your room when you move out? She said no.
My son would say the same thing because he's like, no.
I mean, I know it's okay to love your mama, and especially sons love their mom. Like my husband's Puerto Rican,
Kim
okay?
said
He
she's talking
loves his
about
mama, but
Escala.
I don't know.
Kim said she's talking about Escala. Escala's mom lives with her. Is that what you're saying, Kim?
Wait, Kim said what?
That she was talking about Escala.
But
Oh
we
yeah,
haven't
I
got
think
the whole
Escala's
package.
gonna be gone. Escala's trying to create a storyline. She's trying to
And
create something. She's trying to jump on Candace's bandwagon, but she's jumping on the wrong bandwagon. Cause
Okay.
Candace is gonna be gone, dude. I'm sorry, Candace ain't shit. I like Mia. I don't. Okay, it's not that I don't. I get Mia's storyline and all that. I just feel like for Candace to go out and then be like, "Oh, she got picked up in a strip club," and I don't get the whole deal with, "Okay, we're down and people that dance." Okay, whatever. So then, and he said, "Wait a minute." If you guys remember this last episode, he said, "Wait a minute. I didn't pick you up in a strip club. You were at that club where I paid about 10 grand to spend time with you because you were in a gown and stuff." And I don't know if she talked to him about that previously, but I can say, you guys all know, I was a dancer previously, and I told you guys, a lot of people don't care about that. It's not about, I know a lot of shit nowadays is about stuff, but there's a lot of people that you find that don't want all that. They need somebody to tell their old school stories to and feel important to. And it sounds stupid, and everybody says you can't get nothing for free and all this other weird shit. But listen, there's always somebody you can get something for free for. I'm just saying it is what it is, and it's
I
been
mean,
my
at the end
experience.
of the day, whether her husband found her at the strip club or
It
like
doesn't. It
her
shouldn't
husband
even
found her
matter,
sitting
right?
in her vehicle, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you come from. It's where you are now. And if you have to look at the different people on the show, I think there are 3 that need to go: Batman and Robin, and then Candace.
Yeah, sorry.
There you are.
Sorry, I don't
And
know.
some people may
Yeah.
not agree with Batman, aka Grizzly, aka Giselle. I have several different names for her depending on the
What
day.
is wrong with Giselle? I don't understand.
She is not happy because she doesn't have a man of her own, and she's so
But
jealous of
why did
everybody.
she go back to Jamal and all that? Like, for what?
To keep her
Why?
job, to keep her job last season. I'm telling
But
you.
why? Like, come on. She's a. I'm not gonna. She's a beautiful girl. She got 3, and her even own daughters were like, "Mom, so I don't want you to go back to our father. Remember, Dark,
Yeah.
you're real slick, bitch. I'm on her Dark, cause she did real slick. She dropped herself down real. I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna hurt her. But sorry, guys, if my thing drops in and out, I'm in the car. But no, Laura, seriously, like it really fucks me up. Like Giselle, I don't know why she went back to Jamal. Like I feel like maybe they were going to give it a second chance, but then it was like, okay, then this lady came forward and all this. Like people don't come forward for nothing. I mean, I know people do come forward for money and stuff, but like,
It's all
how
a money
many chicks
grab.
do that?
It was all a money grab. She knew that if she didn't have a storyline last season, that would have been her last season on the show. So that's why she brought back
You
Jamal,
think so?
knowing that he was past the holy whore, dicking
Well,
down
what is it all
everybody
about
in
Robin and
Atlanta,
Juan?
including the parishioners at the church. And I mean, would you bring back somebody into your life that caused you to go to a mental institution? And I'm
Hell
not
no.
down in mental institutions, people. Please forgive me if I have to say it that way. But understand, if he drove her to the point that she had to go be institutionalized, even if it wasn't but for 10 days, at the
Right?
end of the day, is that somebody you want in your life?
No, hell no.
But then even after
Sorry,
that,
I'm putting the phone up to my ear so I can hear it real good.
but then even after that, she 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 to me is just, I mean, she had 2 Sherman, and who was the other guy? She had 2 pretty good prospects, and they were like, deuces, peace out, because they didn't want her with all her drama and everything else.
You're right. Oh, sorry, not to interrupt you, Laura. Hey, Shadow. Hey, Raquel. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Holistic. We're talking about Housewives of Potomac. Dark, I need you to come back up, honey, because you're helping me because I'm driving in a car, Mama. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like Giselle. But okay, let's let's pause on Giselle for just like a half a second. What next season? Because what does she have to offer at this point?
Giselle has
The
nothing.
wedding that her and Juan are going to have. Are they going to have it? Or are they not going to have a wedding?
Oh, now are you serious about that? Now let me drag
Can you
Robin for
guys
a minute.
hear me?
You're
Let
breaking
me
up a
drag
little bit,
Robin
honey.
for a minute while you getting settled.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
I'm
Miss,
almost home. I'll be home in 5 minutes. So if I go out, nobody leave. I'll be right there. But
Laura,
do you
all
guys
right.
think that Laura,
gonna drag
Brian
Robin
and
for a
Juan are
minute.
going to
Okay,
actually have
first
a
of all,
wedding?
Robin, she hasn't had a storyline since season 1, episode 1. And Juan is
Exactly.
not going to marry her because as long as you are sleeping with him every night, as the old folks say, why buy the milk when you're getting it for free? And then if you saw what he said to her and the look he gave her when he went in there and told her to get up and stop sleeping in until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we hear that one of her children is failing his grade. I mean, come on now. Get your ass up, excuse my language, and help your children with school. I worked full time, single mom, and when my son needed me, I was always there.
And of course, I just don't.
And
I can't figure out. Like, okay, I get her dynamic with Juan a little bit. I can get that.
Juan is
Like,
not gonna marry
my
her. That's
ex-husband, I know him since I was
fine.
13. It's different. Maybe if I would have got back later on in life, but my husband now, I've been with him for 15 years. Maybe if I left him 7 years ago, maybe, I didn't, but say I did, maybe I could see coming back a year later or something. But I just don't understand. He engaged her, and it's like,
He did
what are
that
they
for
gonna
a
do? Like,
storyline.
are they gonna have a wedding? I feel like that's what Bravo's hanging on for. The Robin and Juan Dixon wedding. Are they gonna have it or are they not?
They're not gonna get married. Just like when Ray asked, was Juan gonna go to the thing? And Karen said, based on his
Say that
current
again, honey. We couldn't
track
hear it.
record,
I'm sorry.
can't when Ashley had gotten there to pick up right before Ashley got there to pick up Karen for the trip, Ray
Yeah.
asked if Juan was coming, and Karen told Ray, based on his track record, no, because he was not at the
Hold on,
love and
Laura. I don't mean to interrupt you, but what did you say, babe? You said something about my husband said something about Laura. You're driving, but go ahead. Say what you say.
no, you remember right
They're
before
not gonna. Oh, my
yeah.
husband says that he doesn't think they're gonna spend the money to get married again
No,
unless
he's not.
Bravo pays for it.
They're not getting married. And if I
I
bet
don't think
you
so
if
either.
somebody could be Dr. Sleuth right now and go and actually find that whole thing with regard to where she is currently, the new house that's being built, because you see, nobody knows what street anything is on.
She
And
dropped.
then I heard through the grapevine that her name is the only name on the deed.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
I
does
didn't
that
know that.
say he's gonna marry you? No. What
Keep
Juan has been
hoping that
doing
he
is he's been
will.
biding his time, stacking up his coins in a separate place from her, and he's gonna be deuces peace out. Just like I call her Sharice from season 1 and 2. When
Right.
her husband divorced her,
Sorry,
Right.
guys.
she went
Go
right on
ahead,
off the
honey.
show. Bye bye.
I'm like 5 minutes from home, so in like 10 minutes we'll be all good. But yeah, I'm
Yes,
like,
Miss
I
Lisa's
just
driving
wonder, do you think that Robin and Juan are gonna have Bravo like do a whole wedding thing? Because I don't think they're gonna get married without that.
No, If
She doesn't think
if
they're getting married at all, honey.
Bravo isn't gonna do it because we can ready to go back into a lockdown. So everybody get your toilet paper
Oh,
and
you
towel
don't think they're gonna
out
get
because you just
married at
heard
all,
from me.
Laura?
Huh?
You don't think they're gonna get married at all?
Oh no. No. Another reason
I
I
think
say
if
no is
Bravo pays
because
for it
remember,
and does it, I think they'll do it. I do.
when
I think that if Bravo makes a Dixon married, that's their last name, Dixon, right? Robin and Juan Dixon get married special because that's what always happens.
well see, I don't think they're ever gonna have
I feel like they're gonna do. I don't know. Maybe
just
I don't know.
no.
Maybe I mean, who knows who's right and who's wrong.
Who wants to watch a special with Robin and
Oh, look,
Juan getting married?
Shahid's here. Hey, Shahid.
Yes, but who wants to watch something where the two of
Hey,
them are,
Susie.
I'd rather
And
watch
no, I'm not driving. My husband's driving. My daughter's in the car. I did half my live from my mom's house, and then I'm doing my live in the car, and then I'll be at home in less than 3 minutes, and then we'll finish it off. I know, guys, but I didn't want to cancel it, and I'm thankful to Dark, and thank you, Laura. I'm so glad you're putting up with me right now and up here with me. I'm so I love your opinion.
I mean, I think Oh, did everybody catch it when they were getting on the party bus when they went on the first thing where Candace with her little crybaby behind put the three of them in the cottage? Well, on that
Yes,
bus,
the cottage.
they'll
What
sit
the
all the way
fuck
in
was
the back,
that? The
in the back.
cottage, dude.
And girl, when Karen
Oh, I'm
stepped up
sorry,
on there,
baby.
tell
When I
me if
yelled like
she
that,
did
my
not
husband said, "You scared the shit out of me."
look. Tell me, or if she did or didn't. When they panned and they showed Giselle sitting at the very back, and then they panned back,
Mm-hmm.
so Candace can ready to step on there. Now, tell me, did she or did she not? Giselle looked like the Grinch that stole Christmas.
She did.
Ray
Giselle
was
looked
correct.
crazy.
Ray was
And I don't
correct
know
saying
what's going
only
on with
had 7
Giselle. I
years
feel
left
like Giselle
before his
could do a
baby.
whole much better. I just don't know why she's not doing anything with her life. Like it's like okay, like I don't know. I would think I don't know. Does this sound crazy to you guys? Sorry, I'm tying up my hair and I got you guys like literally between my legs. But um, do you guys think that Giselle should move back down to where her dad lives in New Orleans and stuff? And I think she should bring her kids back down there where they're close to their dad, but not get back with their dad. But so the kids can have a relationship with their dad. But I think she needs to get out of Potomac. Like, I don't think she's really in Potomac. Like, nobody
No,
cares about
not.
Giselle. Fucking asshole! Don't try to hit us, you moron! Fuck you!
Girl,
Get
Sorry.
him.
We're
leave her.
driving,
Giselle.
yeah. About to cuss
Girl.
motherfuckers out.
Hey,
Yeah, he
sometimes
went.
you have to.
Sorry, y'all. We driving. Anyway, but point being is, I feel like, Giselle's dad feels some type of way. I feel like, like she should be down there where her family is, and I think she would do better down there. I feel like if Giselle moved down that way, it would be great.
I think Giselle needs to stay right where she is because those twins are probably
You
not
think
that
she should
far.
stay in Potomac? I feel like
Yeah,
there's nothing there for her.
she's on the outskirts. She's on the outskirts of Potomac.
Yeah,
She's
but
not
there's
even in
nothing there
Potomac.
for her. Like, there's no men there. Everybody knows about her there. Like, go back down to where your dad, like, your
Her
dad's,
Yeah.
kids have been
like,
there,
I
Lisa,
mean,
for a
I
Yeah,
don't
long
know.
they
time.
know she
They've
got
been
that
in the
hot.
school there. Why would you take your kids away from what they've known for a long time?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm
Oh,
quite
look, my hubby's chimed in. What did you say? How did she get to Potomac? I don't know. Does anybody know how she got to Potomac? Is she from there? I don't know, Danny.
Did she
I'm not
marry?
sure
Was
how
her
they picked
ex?
her for Potomac.
Didn't her ex live there or something? Maybe back in the day,
I
or
don't know, you guys.
Actually, he was in They were both in Maryland, and he was at a mega church there. And the same thing he's
Okay.
doing in Atlanta now, he was doing in Maryland. So that's why she's where she
Thank you, Laura, because my husband's like in the car and he's saying that and he's like, how the hell did she even get there? So
Yeah, she's in the DMV. That's what they call it. And so she's right on the outskirts of Potomac.
oh, she dropped. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Again, she dropped. Lisa does her
Hey,
this.
look, we all have technical difficulties, and we have to deal with stuff. Like my son, he was just asking me where were the some kind of chips. I'm like, I'm busy.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys heard it, but a little while ago I had a phone call, didn't realize it, and didn't put my phone on mute, so it was playing while you guys were talking. So, yeah. I know about technical difficulties. So you can go ahead because I don't think Lisa could hear you and talk about why I really, really I know you don't think they will, but I just keep hoping that Robin and them will actually get married. I guess I'm a hopeless romantic in that respect.
After
But
6 seasons, and she's saying they're not going to get married until after the pandemic is over. They're
yeah,
never getting married. That man
yeah.
does not want her. Do you see the disgust in his face when he even looks at her?
Yeah, I do. I
He
do.
didn't
It's
show up to the reunion last year.
yeah, he didn't.
I mean, when was the last time he did show up to a reunion?
Oh gosh. I can't remember. I don't know.
Maybe season one.
Yeah. Season 1, yes, but
And after
I would
that,
not
it was like,
I
I'm
don't yeah,
not,
I
I'm
don't think he showed up after that, really,
yeah.
at all.
And Ray was right when he told Grizzly, as I call her, Grizzly, or
Mhm.
Batman, whichever one you want me to call it today. This is going to fade. So
Yes.
you best find you a man. So
Yes.
she's looking like she's been, as the old folks say, rode hard and hung up to dry.
Mhm. Yeah.
And she ain't gonna find no man, because doesn't she also say in her little thing, the key to her whatever is her staying in the shade? Well, she been staying in shade because she is not looking right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they would do without those 2 on the show though, because 'cause they're like aren't they well, it's Ashley has what was season 2, I think she came on, right? Or was she season 1? I can't remember.
Ashley came on
Wasn't it season
season,
2?
if not
Because
season 2, then season 3.
yes, yeah. Why can't I remember her name? The other lady,
I
she was
called her
on a couple seasons.
Sharice,
Yes. Yeah.
the one that was in the big house, husband,
Yes.
big time
Yeah.
something or another.
And then got a
Yeah,
divorce. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and he lived in another. He lived in another place where she ended up not getting hardly anything.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
So he
that.
he look. She thought she was gonna get a whole bunch. He took her for everything he had. He kept all his stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I know she showed up a couple times, but not very often.
Yeah, the only
You know,
reason
in
she
the
showed up last season was because of Monique, and they knew her and Monique
right.
did not get along, and they were trying to stir up something. But I
Lisa
think
said
at the
she's getting
point
in
that
the
it
house
is
now.
now, if they don't get rid of Candace, I mean, even if I say get rid of Batman and Robin, if we
Yeah,
got to keep anybody, then I say keep Giselle because she is the pot stirrer of
yes,
everything.
she is.
But get rid of Robin and get rid of Candace because Candace is a liability
Yeah. No,
waiting to
Candace
happen.
definitely is. She's going to either lose her shit or cause somebody else to lose their shit again.
But did you see how when she got mad and started doing all that stuff, how Ashley was on one side and then Karen was on the other, and anytime something broke, they were sliding it back
Yes.
because they knew she'd pick it up and use it as a weapon.
Mhm. Yeah. I know. I know.
That's
I
the
honestly think
say.
he needs to go. Out of
That's the reason I
everybody,
say.
no matter what, like I couldn't believe they let her stay on this season after everything that happened last
Well,
season.
see, they were hoping that they could get Monique to stay, but Monique's husband was like, "Hell no! I
Mm-mm.
have a reputation to uphold, and I'm not gonna have my wife out here looking crazy because I'm stupid young chick that don't know nothing."
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he was thinking with regard to Candace, because Candace is still too young to be on the show with women that are in their 50s.
She is. I
I
mean,
mean,
look, you can
she's
be
too young to be
mature.
on there even with Ashley, and Ashley
Yes.
is not in her 50s yet.
No. Ashley's matured quite
Yeah.
a lot, since she became a mom. And I'm really impressed with Ashley. I like the person she's becoming on there, but no,
But
Candace doesn't belong anywhere near any of them.
everybody know that restaurant that he said he owned. He didn't own that restaurant. Somebody else owned it, and they just let him say that he owned it
Really? I
so
didn't know
he could
that.
get free advertisement. He was a
Wow.
line cook there.
Really? I
Yes,
had no idea.
that's what the word on the street that I heard.
Wow. So
Mm-hmm.
where did they get all their money from then if they didn't own restaurants and stuff?
Her mama, and I'm quite sure if you dig deep enough, You'll find somewhere in the paper. It might not be on the actual deed itself, but I
Mm-hmm.
can guarantee you somewhere in that paperwork down there at the bottom, her mother, Mama Dot's name is in there.
Yeah,
And I'm really questioning whether Chris is on the deed or not,
probably not.
because I see the selling of the townhouse, that money was used to purchase that house. So do
House.
you
Yeah.
think Mama Dot is gonna let his name go on something when she already think that this man is using her daughter?
Which I don't understand, but I mean, I understand, but I don't understand because he seems like he really loves her. He puts up with a lot of crap. But no, she's too controlling. Her mom, Candace's mom, and no way. She's not gonna put his name on there.
Yeah,
I don't
no
believe so
way.
at
And
all.
so I don't see. We already know that Juan is not on Robin's deed. I'm quite sure if we dug hard enough, we'd find out that he wasn't on Candace's deed. And I mean, just look, she wants to do this video and she wants to have promote her album and all this different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what record label is going to sign her when they see Housewives and see how she acts?
None, zero.
None,
That
zero.
I would be
Because
interested
they're going to
in
be
that
like, how can we
video.
take her out, to premieres and stuff, and we don't know if she gonna cut a fool or are we gonna have to sedate her before she leaves?
Right?
Come
Yeah.
on. Because I mean, hey, if they want to sedate her, I suggest Valium.
Mm-hmm.
That'll calm her down.
Yeah. 100%. I would really like to see that video because I don't see how that video could be complete doing it in that parking lot like they did.
It's just like the show, they cut and paste.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm sure she did other parts somewhere else, but like that was very low budget. That was, and I know
Yeah,
to
it
me that
was
wasn't
because
Chris's fault
where
either.
was the other place? I can't remember where the other place was, but I saw where they were doing it at the other place, and then she left
You're
there.
right. I remember that. Yeah. Now.
Oh, and then how about let's talk about that ponytail? I mean, I know that I'm all natural now, and so I don't have all of what I, have done in the past. But
Right.
she need to go to the lady I used to go to, Miss Claudine, and Miss Claudine could have hooked her up. But now she would have had to come out of her pocket with maybe $200 now, so she can have a halfway decent looking head full of hair.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not that, then she needs to spend a little money buying a couple of Karen's wigs.
I don't know. Karen's had some issues throughout the time with hers too.
Can't no but the line of wigs that Karen has come out with,
Yeah.
they are absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, are they?
Yes, they are. I mean, they're gorgeous enough where I've been telling my son, this is the one I want for Christmas. This is the one I want for my birthday. And he's like, Mama, do you realize that there's $100 and something? I'm like, you owe me.
Well, then she needs to be hooking her friend up there, right? Like,
But they're not friends.
I thought they were. I thought they
No,
were.
they were.
Well, no, you're right. She's not very happy with Karen right now. You're right.
No, and I don't think she'll ever be happy with Karen because Karen never sided with her. And I don't fault Karen for not siding
No.
with her, because at the end of the day, she was both of their friends. And how can you ask a person to choose one over the other? Because you can be friends with two different people and they never see each other, but they don't like each other, it, but you're still friends with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Karen did the right thing, which I was surprised. I thought she would have had um Candace's back because she was like mentoring Candace and you know what I mean? But I was super surprised that she actually didn't do that. And I mean,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
commend her for that because Candace was wrong. Monique was wrong too. Monique should not have put her hands on her, but
I'm gonna tell you now, the black lady thing. Now let me go ahead and break it down with the black lady thing. You
Okay.
put your hands in my face, you gonna
Yeah.
get dragged.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't come in that personal space, people. Personal space. Don't
Right.
put your hands like this in my face, because I'm gonna drop you.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I have had friends be like, Laura, I saw a
I'm
pretty scar
here.
here, a sheer scar here, a
I'm
this there.
home. Thank the Lord.
Thank the
Sorry, you
Lord. I'm
guys.
out.
Because
For,
I
sorry, you
plays
guys,
no
for all
games.
the drama. But
Yep.
my brother, he begged us to stay for the football game. It was like, how can I tell him no? You know what I mean? So, okay, where are we at? Because I'm so passionate about this right now.
The whole
Little
thing.
Dark, no, Dark, I'm adding you back.
Oh my
And
good
see,
Lord.
Candace is still mad at Ashley because she wrote that. She wrote the letter to the judge
Yes.
about her
That's
experience.
why she's mad.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why she's mad.
we were talking about the fact that her Candace and why can I not think? Because of Candace and Monique last year, um
Candace and Karen.
Karen.
Let me hold on real quick. Let me just apologize to you guys for all the like really craziness of me being here and there tonight. I scheduled my life for 9 o'clock tonight. I went to my mom's at 6. My brother got off work, and then we were doing laundry, and then he asked my husband to stay there to watch the game, and I said I had to go home, and he said, why can't you do your life from here? And just I didn't want you guys to think I wasn't going to cancel anything, so I just figured, my brothers, they love me,
That's
so
man.
Okay, don't worry about
They
it.
are
but
not.
Laura, I am so fucking happy. I got something for you too, by the way. Anyway, I'm
But
so
yeah,
excited.
I
We
mean,
were
at
just
the end of
talking
the
about the
day,
fact that Karen didn't take sides and she
mhm,
actually stayed in the middle, and that it's commendable because that was a lot. Candace did a lot. And Monique shouldn't have
Candace
been.
did do a lot, and I'm a short. You know what? This is what got me about Candace. I'm a small person. I'm 4'9", 4'10". Well, actually, Dark, you were on the phone with me tonight when I was talking to my mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Mom, I'm talking to my friend from Texas, and I said, you should meet my mom. She was like, no, you're an inch shorter than me. And I said, no, you're an inch shorter than me. And we were having this whole stupid, little
I'm
argument. But I
5'4".
said, and then I said, Mom, you don't watch Housewives? Because my mom watches Chesapeake Stories on Hallmark. She watches, Blue Blood. She watches everything, right? So, but me and my mom have had our differences and stuff, and
Oh Lord, my mom and I
great. So we're
Steph,
getting back into stuff. So we were having such a great time there, and when my brother asked me to stay, I didn't want to be like, okay, we're just gonna bounce out because I need to do a live, And my brother said, well, wouldn't it be fun to do a live from a different location? I was like, but Kevin, we can't see shit. It's black out here. Anyway, long story short is, so I was telling my mom about the housewife stuff, and she was like, well, Lisa, people get, feisty when they feel like that they can't be beaten. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, Lisa, they're on TV, so she knows nothing's going to happen to her. She's always going to be protected. And I was like, oh, and she's
that's
never
where she
seen, she doesn't
failed.
watch any of that. And I thought maybe that makes sense. Does she feel that way, you think?
And that's where she failed to realize that just because you're on camera does not mean you can't get snatched
And
and
it doesn't
I
dragged.
would have
mean
slapped
Monique
that
ain't gonna
ass.
reach over and grab your ass and drag you. Exactly.
Yes, because if you would have put your hands in my face,
All this.
dragged you point blank in
I'm
a
glad
discussion.
I'm on camera now because all this,
Look,
I couldn't deal with that. It's okay. If you want to say something to me, talk to me okay, say me and Dark. Okay, me and Dark have been BFFs for how long now, Dark? A year and a couple months.
Something
We've
like
had disagreements. We talk. Even
Yep.
if we just say stuff let's just talk it out, whatever. Or I feel like even if I was on this, I wouldn't be like, fuck you, Dirk, and like I don't know. I feel like if I was to put if me and just I'm just using Dark as an example because we're like BFFs. If we're in front of each other and we had a disagreement, I don't feel like, and I'm an Italian person, so I talk with my hands a lot. I don't feel like I would be like this in her face though either.
No, she
Like
was
I wouldn't be like,
antagonizing her the whole time. She knew what
Yeah.
she was doing.
it's a
She knew
lot.
she was in her space. There's a certain area in front of you that you don't cross like that.
Exactly.
And you remember at the reunion, every time Monique said something, the only two that agreed with her were Karen and Ashley. Everybody, including Andy, said it didn't happen. And I was so glad that the producers behind the scene rolled the tape showing
Yep.
everything they said was true.
Yep.
That's my reason for saying if anybody should have been kept, it should have been Monique, or they
Yep.
both should have gone at the same time.
I
Gary
get
and
why they
Candace,
like. I get like politically why they got rid of Monique. Like she,
well,
I
Monique,
mean,
they
in
didn't get rid of her.
reality, in my world, I would have
Monique,
came after her ass again too. But in like TV world and political world, I get it why they were like,
Well,
okay.
Laura said Monique
What?
quit.
see,
Right?
Monique, she quit because she
I was
came
upset
on.
about her binder stories though, Laura. Did
She
you
went
watch
on.
them?
She went on Instagram right before part 3 of the reunion came on. Her and her husband together, and
Okay.
said she would no longer be returning. And
Right.
as we all know, new contracts don't go out until after 2 weeks after the reunion.
Mm.
So Monique quit. And it was her husband that said, "You got to go because I can't have my wife out here running around looking cray cray." But I'm gonna tell you, I feel like Monique because I had knee surgery and I had to go shopping. I had a friend taking me, and it was time for me to take my meds. And so we pulled into the Golden Corral,
Right.
and this woman, I don't know for
Hey,
what,
Golden Corral. I know what the Golden Corral
but
is.
we had to blink around, and she was sitting in a handicapped spot right in front of the place.
Mm-hmm.
And so my crazy behind, when my walker dragging my leg, and then
Lord, I don't believe that.
motion.
I thought you were this. I'm not gonna lie. From all your comments, I thought you were this like nice older woman that just sat home and watched my lives. Like I love it that you guys
It's
you guys
spicy.
surprise me.
Mm.
They all surprise me,
See,
Doug.
no,
Everybody surprises me.
See, please don't hate me, people, but I used to work for the Department of Social Services, a foster care and adoption social worker. So, one thing is you don't F with me because I'm always going to be carrying my knife and my mace. And I had to stop carrying my knife after I was at the church and I had just had my first knee done. And there were some people getting ready to fight in the back. And I bumped the little woman up, her son in front of me. And I said, "I'm so sorry, ma'am, but they're about to fight in the back, and I can't afford a fall because I got to get my other knee done." And I'm talking total knee replacements. And then I bumped her son again when I saw the umbrella chair over behind somebody's head getting ready to come down. And she said, "You did it on purpose." And see, I'm like thankful that God did not strike me dead because I was like, "Bitch, tell your son to put his foot out here now." And I will run over it with my walker because I don't play no games. If I have apologized for something, I am being sincere about it. And this woman that had me cussing in the church. But then it just got even worse when I was at the Golden Corral because I hobbled up there dragging my leg with that walker, and I did that police motion to roll your window down. And I went from Laura to Laura Ann, And I tell people, do not come for me unless I send for you. Because if you wake up the scorpion, because I am a scorpion,
That's right.
you best be ready. And so I remember dumb blonde bitch at the beginning and dumb blonde bitch at the end, but I had to be told everything in the middle because I had them flip that quick. Don't play with me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands up in my face. None of that. Now we can sit, we can laugh, we can kiki, all of that. I have two girlfriends. We will cuss each other out, and they're more like sisters because we've been together for over 20,
And
almost
then
30
love each
years
other
now.
the next day, right?
Yes, even before we hang the phone
Because
up,
guess
we
what?
back
I'm
to talking.
sorry, Laura. I've told Dark this and Locke and 40 and Tracy, all my mods, like we've talked a lot. And there's days that I've had my moments and they've had their moments. And I always say, and Dark, you can attest to this. I always say, if I can't tell you how the fuck I feel, then we're not real friends. Because real friends, they don't agree on everything, right? You don't
Exactly.
agree on everything. It's impossible. That means you're the same exact person. So you don't agree on everything. So if you agree on everything, you're fronting. So it's like we have disagreements, but guess what? We talk about it or we figure it out or we whatever. But it's not like we're like, fuck you, hate you, bitch. Don't talk again. No.
No, I have
And if
two.
you can't be honest with your friends, then they're not really your friends. I hate to say that, but
See, you
they're
have to
not your friends
gauge
if
what
you
a
can't be
person
honest.
is because you have friends that are true friends, and then you have people that you call a friend, but they're truly an associate because they don't give a damn
Yes,
about
I've
you
learned
at the
that.
end of the
I've
day.
learned the difference, Laura, and I've learned it the hard way, unfortunately.
And see, I can see a lot of people starting to step back away from Candace because they're seeing how childish she is continuing to
Yes.
act. She is not showing any growth or maturity.
No, even her own husband, he's like, God damn, like, okay, listen, my husband, he's 4 years older than me, but he's always told me, like, he's like, Lisa, you can't always do for everybody. You can't always do this and do that. And I'm always like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And, like, and there's something that I do against his will. Not like anything major, but, like, okay, for example, there was a lady where we used to live. Every day, this woman would ask me for $1, and I would always give this woman $1 because I waited tables, so I always had cash. The one day I couldn't give her $1 because I was like, I don't know why. I don't even know why. I was like, I don't even have any cash. She cussed me out, Laura. She like called me names like you would not believe.
I
So
was
then I was like, oh, okay. So the next day, she was like, oh, Lisa, you got $1, and I was like, what you mean? Like, you done cussed me out? And she was like, what you mean? I didn't say anything. And I was like, it doesn't even matter. Like, I've done gave you $1. And I said, I've given you $1 now for 2 months. That's like $60. That's like a bill. That's like a
yeah. I
fucking
mean, at the
bill. You know
end of
what
the
I
day,
mean? Like, I don't know. But I get upset. I feel like with Candace and Chris, I feel like Chris is like, he wants to like get her in check. Like, okay, I don't know how to say this correctly without, I don't want to be irresponsible and say anything to offend anybody, but like my husband too, like he gets on me. He's like, Lisa, like you got to just calm down sometimes and you just got to let things go and you got to be the bigger person. I'm like, okay, I
oh
can
no,
also be the bigger person sometimes, but I think Candace has gotten overwhelmed, and I think she has gotten to thinking she has this crazy right to just talk to people however she wants. And I think that Chris is like, you don't have that right to talk to anybody the way you want. And I think he's trying to reel her back in. And I think that they're trying
Too
to
late
make
for
him look
that.
like he's a
and
bad
I mean,
husband. And I don't think he's being a bad husband. I think he's trying to do what the fuck she needs. Because I would hope my husband would reel me the fuck back in. But I don't think that, I don't I feel like he's gonna look like the bad guy in all this. They're gonna be like, oh, Chris,
tried to tell her come outside, and Chris tried to tell her and do this, and Chris tried to tell her to do that.
I don't think they're going to be able to
But
do that.
didn't Chris try to hold her back sitting at the table while they were?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But I think they're going to turn that into a negative. You don't think they're going to try
I
to?
don't think they're going
I
to
don't
turn
think
it into
so
a
either, honey.
negative.
I hope they
turn it
don't,
into
because
a
I think
reason
he
for
was
him to get
120% correct. Because
I
my
think that's
husband would have
correct
done the same
too.
thing. He would have been like, Lisa, like, this is enough. Like, let's walk away and let's talk or something. Like, I feel like, though, they're going to make it like he's
I would have
being
been
some
dragged.
abusive type of guy. And I hope that they don't spin it in that direction, because I don't think he is an abusive type of guy.
He is not an abusive type of guy. He
No.
is a great guy.
I hope they don't
wrong
do
kid.
that. Do you guys think they're going to do that?
I don't wish divorce on anybody, but I can
No,
see
I hope
that
they don't spin it into
it's circling
he's
down the
being
drain as
abusive.
we speak.
I don't think that they have any way or reason to make him look bad. He was trying to help his wife. We all see that. So they can spin it however they want, but it ain't going to fly like that.
Well, I think when he grabbed her arm, I saw that, and I was like, I said to my husband, I said, he was like, Lisa, I would have probably not even grabbed your arm. He would have been like, I would have whispered in your ear, I need to talk to you right now, like outside. But like the fact that he grabbed her, he was like, they're gonna take that as so wrong. And he watches Housewives with me a lot. My husband does. Like,
if you in there sitting in a restaurant and you swinging your arms, if your husband don't catch a hold of you, then there's something wrong with your husband.
Yep.
I know, right?
That's called keeping my wife from catching a case.
Yes.
But I think they're gonna turn. I hope they don't turn it on him.
I don't think it will be.
I'm crossing my fingers they don't.
I don't think they can, because it's our perception of it, right? It's the people that watch it. And from what I saw, from everybody I've heard talk about it, it's not that way. He was doing the right thing.
He did nothing to harm her.
No, I think he was just trying to tell her, calm the fuck down, girl. Like,
from her
come on, get your shit together. Like, I feel like my husband would have done the same. He would have been like, bitch, like, let's go
My
outside.
husband would have yanked my ass out of that chair and taken me outside. He was very nice to his wife.
Yes.
You know?
Well, Dark, I know your husband a little bit, and you know my husband a little bit, because just from us talking so much. But I feel like my husband would have took me outside and he would have said, Lisa, like, you're not going to do this shit. You're number one, you're on camera. Number two, you're not going to act like this. Like, you know better. I know you're passionate. And that's the problem. I know these people get passionate and they get, like, really involved in their, because I get the same way. I get, like, even with all this stuff, and, you know, I'm like, no drama, no drama, no drama, no drama. And you see, Laura, I try to stay out of it all. But believe me, behind the scenes, I get upset about certain things. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really hard.
But, you know, no matter what you do, sometimes drama just comes your way. You mind your own business, and here come drama. And when drama comes, what you got to do is you got to deal with it.
You're very right.
They don't live in the same house. They take vacations and stuff together, and then they meet each other for lunches or dinners or things like that.
Because to be honest to God truth, as far as Robin goes, I think she is staying there in that townhouse. Juan is staying somewhere else. He shows up in time enough, because how many times have we seen him? Like twice on the screen this season.
I know, dude. When he woke up,
do you think's up with that?
The restaurant. So does that tell you if he's gonna marry her or not? No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that they're gonna do a Bravo,
no.
Robin and Juan wedding? I think they're gonna do it. I really think they're gonna do it to get paid. They're gonna get paid if they do it. No?
Bravo is not gonna keep her on there long enough, because I think this is gonna be her last season, because she has no storyline.
Yeah, not really
A
anymore.
scholar has came in and did more than she has. Now y'all have to give it to a scholar.
Can get she stirs that pot.
I don't know what's up with a scholar.
A scholar is getting her champagne flute. No, yeah, it is champagne flute.
Right
Oh,
back.
what did they hold?
Where is she going? I don't know. What do they hold for Potomac? Is it a champagne flute?
I think the champagne flute is Beverly Hills. No, the diamond is champagne flute because it's a
Yeah.
diamond for Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
a scholar has just took. She just took Candace's champagne flute.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. When is the reunion coming up? Like, it should be pretty soon, right? Or did they just tape it?
I think they may have just taped it, or they're going to tape it in maybe a couple of weeks because I think we got a couple of more episodes because they haven't started saying the finale yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I saw somewhere, like either I think they are actually just taping it now because I think on Twitter I saw Ashley's reunion look. She was showing a reunion look. So and I think I just looked it up today or yesterday on there. So it's probably right around now. I think we haven't been far enough into the season for us to get to the finale yet. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it should be an interesting reunion. Every time we go into them, I think one thing's going to happen, or I think certain people are friends and are good. And then we get to the finale and they're like hating each other. It always changes.
And see, with Robin, Candace, and Batman, let me just go ahead and call it by her name, Giselle Grizzly Batman. I'm sorry, you all, but I just cannot stand her.
I hate Giselle.
And I have
She's
tried and
whack.
I have tried.
Robin's whack.
I cannot
I'm sorry.
stand that woman because, first of all, keep your nose out of my business. If I want you to know something, I'll tell it to you. Otherwise, keep your nose out of my business. Don't worry about what's going on in my house. Don't worry about whether ding dong is working in my house or not.
Giselle's
what you
and
need to do
everybody's
is you need to be doing what my husband said: find you a man before all this fades.
Giselle's in everybody's mess. That's what she does.
Always.
Yep.
Now that's the only one that I could say out of those three: Candace, Giselle, and Robin. Out of those three, the only one that I could see them keeping right at this moment is Giselle. And it's because she stirs the pot.
She does, and she does a pretty dang good job of it with everybody. Nobody is I mean, even Robin got a little bit this year. I mean, not a lot, but Okay,
it's equal opportunity with Giselle.
My dog. Lake City too?
Oh yeah. I didn't.
We haven't even gotten to Salt Lake City yet. Jesus Christ! Like,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
The only two that I've only watched Beverly Hills and Potomac. I refused to watch Atlanta because the ratings were so low, and I didn't know half the people on there, and didn't care to try to get to know them.
I'm kind of over Atlanta.
I'm not watching that.
Laura, I'm over Atlanta.
When they got rid of Vicky and Tamra.
Yeah, I'm over.
I might Deuces peace out because you got rid of the true OG.
They need to either. They need to say, Shahid, you are a fresh man. Okay, stop being fresh up in this place. Shahid Turner is always up in here talking fresh to all of us ladies in here. So Shahid, maybe I can hook you up with Laura, but I don't know.
No.
I'm teasing.
Tell him to stay where he is and tell him I'm taking, because my man will gladly say, where do you live? Because I can come talk to you.
I love you guys. You know what? I gotta tell you something, Laura. Dark's taking a potty. I gotta say. It's really, and I'm going to say this to everybody here, it's really hard on me because it's like, I'm trying to do no drama, right? I'm trying to stay out of all the bullshit. And I'm trying to just have fun and fun and fun and fun and fun and fun. But it's like, it's really shitty because I watch other people and it's like, boom, they open the channel and in the channel they get, 300 subs that first day because they're talking shit about people.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to do that life. So I'm just trying to do this. So I appreciate you for coming up. I appreciate Dark for being there. Tracy, 40, and Locke for sure. They're my mods. They have been there with me. And all you guys, like Little Strict, Shahid, I know you're a little freak and I know you're trying to, I don't know who the hell you're trying to hook up with, Shahid, but like, goddamn.
Everybody and
I,
anybody.
did you hear what I was saying, Dark?
No, I went to the bathroom.
I was saying that I know, a lot of people and all this stuff with all the drama and stuff, people have been everywhere. And I was just thanking everybody for coming in and being in my channel.
You
And
forgot Locke.
I said you, Locked, Tracy, and 40. And I said, like people like Laura who has come up and Little Strict and like Professor Regeri and Diana and Trey Fire and I mean I can name names down the block, but it's just like it's really nice to have people just come up and just
Have a good time.
Lock. I said you biatch.
Well,
Better be
I
careful.
I know how you feel about it because there are some channels that I used to watch, and because
It's
of the
hurtful
behavior,
sometimes. It feels like
I've had to be like, that's like in my book backstabbing.
well
And
in
so
my book it's like oh everybody says I don't want to watch drama. I don't want to watch drama. But then it's like, okay, they're getting 300 people in there and I'm getting 20. And I said, you know what? I don't even care. I want my 20 nice people so we can talk and have a real, like, heart to heart. Like, I love our heart to hearts that we have in here. Shahid, I don't know if you're being a nasty man or not, but
Wait, what is he saying?
nothing. He's just saying, really? Trey, you're my favorite TV show.
You know he flirts with everybody in
Shahid
here.
is a flirter. I want him to come up. Can we drop Shahid? Can you come up?
Well, now if he want to be pimp daddy and he want to throw some bills my way, I'll take them. But at the end of the day, he needs to understand my man is not gonna have him.
Yep, he
I
flirts
love
with everybody until we tell him that we're married, and then he's like, "Oh, okay," but then he forgets about it until the next time he comes in.
Brandon Shahid. I think he's probably harmless,
Because
but it's always fun.
look, the
It's
first
just
time I
very
met,
sad. Like
the
we
first
haven't
time
even
I
got
met
to Salt Lake City.
Wait,
Like,
hang on,
it's
Lisa.
like we just want to have some damn fun.
Hang on. What were you saying, Laura?
The
I'm
first
sorry,
time
Laura.
I met my current man's mother, she said, "You're a pretty girl." She said, "You're the one." And this was about a year ago.
Oh,
And
are you I love a mama's boy?
then he said, one day just out of the blue, he said, "Yeah, if I were to get married again," he said, "it'd be you."
Mm.
And I'm looking like, what did I just hear that right?
Danny.
So I'm like, okay, I'm completely off the market, whether I like it or not. So I'm just happy with what I have. And I'm just going to say, you can flirt with me all you want to. But as he already knows, because I didn't even know he existed. And he used to live upstairs above me. And I didn't know he existed until after my son and my older brother, after I was having back surgery.
Oh,
It's so much. But
yeah.
yeah, he happened to see me because nobody saw me going in and out of the apartment because
Right.
of all the medical stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, literally, as soon as I moved here to where I am now, I mean, I've got here in April of 2014, and I'm going under the knife to have a knee replacement in September. And it's been one thing after another, after another, after another, until, both knees replaced, emergency gallbladder surgery where I almost died because I ended up spending a week in the hospital. So it was some bad stuff going on.
Yes. Yeah.
And then after that, then it's post-concussion syndrome because I passed out all of a sudden, hit my head really hard. And when I was talking to the neurosurgeon about them wanting me to do these last few steps in order to fix my back, said, but things are adding up. And she said, what are you talking
Oozy.
about? I said, well,
Oozy.
I haven't been able to stay awake. I passed out. I hit my head against the wall, and I haven't been able to stay awake. And she said, that's post-concussion syndrome. And
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, what?
Sweetie, leave him
Now, I don't
alone.
want to see a neurologist. Now, you would think a neurologist would be able to diagnose that. But he said it was my medication. And so he had my psychiatrist take me off of one thing and put me on something else. My psychiatrist, when he heard me on the phone, he screamed my name. Laura! And I said, huh? He said, take your Valium. I said, okay.
Wow.
And so that was that. I'm like, and at that point, I called that man a quack, and I never went back to see him, and I won't ever go back.
Yeah. Hey, Beverly.
Because, I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much with everything that you have going on.
Yes.
I'm gonna drop Dark down. I know she's not feeling too good, and we're gonna Laura, can you stay up? Do you watch do you watch
I'm watching Salt Lake City because I need to see
oh shit. Okay. Dark, you don't wanna stay up, baby?
I'm good. I can go down.
I hate you.
No, you don't.
But I love you. I didn't mean I
know.
hate you, but you know what I mean.
I know. Love you.
That's my bet. No, Dark is like my whole life. Like, I swear. I don't know what I would do without that woman. Anyway, so, okay. So, we've been on Potomac so hard. Salt Lake City. Where are you? Can I ask you a question? Where are you with Jen and Brooks? Do you think she really
Jen, I
meant
think
it?
she apologized to Brooks because one, she realized she was wrong, but then two, she's trying to rehab her reputation because of all the thievery she has done. And so she's trying to make herself look better in people's light because she know that trial coming up in New York. And if they pull you in New York for a trial, you're going to get some jail time. And I'm quite sure even Stuart, the little man that she had as her assistant this go round, since she only could afford one, I guess, he probably has already flipped on her and she just doesn't even know it. Because he's a part of the scheme too.
I think that he was trying to explain something to her, but here's what's gotten me. Okay. I know that. Oh God. What happened? Okay. Am I still here?
Yes.
Okay. My laptop. I get, sometimes I hit the wrong button. Shahid, stop. Hey, Beverly, stop flirting with all my girls in here. God damn it. Shahid, I'm going to drop the link. Why don't you come up? You know what? I always say when these men come in here, we need to drop the link, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right, Laura?
If you gonna flirt, you need to bring your face up so we can see you.
Yeah, because I don't think they're real. I don't think they're real. So
Yeah,
it's
probably
probably somebody else. But I'll drop the link. But Laura, I just love that you're here. And by the way, Laura, I got to tell you something. You always put your comments into the into like my comment thing. You'd be like, oh, I'm here late, but it's not going into my comment thing. It's going into like the comments after the live. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, so you're like, I'm here, I'm late. And I'm like, oh crap, I don't think she knows. But I'm so happy you came up tonight and just literally love you for that. But okay, let's talk about this. So Mary. Let's talk about Mary real quick. We'll get into the good stuff in a minute. But Mary.
At least she has a better way.
Why is she there?
Because they need.
Literally, why is she there?
They need a token.
But do you see how her husband, I mean, not her husband, I'm sorry, her son deals with her? She goes, son, do you want me to do this? And he's like, huh? Like, he doesn't even answer. He's like, huh?
If her son could find a way to get out of her house, he'd already be gone.
Yes, Shahid, come up. Shahid, you can leave your avatar up, but come up, Shahid.
No, he got to show his face for a minute.
Yeah, he wants to flirt with all my girls in here.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about, Whitney? How do you feel about her? Not her relationship with anybody else, but just her period. So before I get into that, I would like to know how you feel about Whitney, period.
I
In life.
like Whitney, and what
I do
really
like her.
gave me life with her was the episode when she was trying to carry that doggone cake. She killed that
I
cake.
love that cake. She dropped that cake like 12 fucking times. I loved it too. And then
Mhm.
she said to her husband the next episode, she was like, I would love for you just to wake up and grab my tits or something. And I was like, I get it. Like, but he's older than her. So I really loved the episode that just went by. And remember, all the men were at the bar, and Meredith's husband said, wait, you have sex with Whitney when she's awake? Do you remember that? And he was like,
Yeah.
you have sex with her when she's awake? And he was like, Meredith said I can have sex with her as long as she's not awake. I just thought that was so funny. And I know they were like making jokes and stuff, but I was like, I could really feel like, yeah, Shahid, I want you to come up here, baby.
Midnight, where are you at?
I just thought I thought it was so awesome that like the men could like, it always feels like, and no matter what housewife series there is, the men always get along. And then the women are like fighting. And it's like so sad. It's like, damn, like these men are just like, God, can't we just fucking just go out here and have some shots
All
and have a
men
good
want to
time?
do is have a drink, watch some football, and call it a day.
I know, right? Shahid, I dropped the link for you, Shahid. Come on, Shahid. You love me so much. Come your ass up here for a minute.
We need to know how old he is.
Well, you know what? We get a lot of
because we can't be cradle
doesn't
snatching around him.
But I ain't worried about it. Laura, I'm just so happy you were like you're like a big Housewives fan like I am. So what did you think? Okay, I'm gonna back up one episode. Lisa with the Angie lady, right? She got the Angie lady got the message saying Lisa's assistant said, blah blah blah, and they went to Whitney and they were like, oh, the caterer canceled on him on Angie, that lady, whoever Angie is, she's like a new person. They canceled on her party because of Lisa. Do you think that I completely believe it was because of Lisa?
Because when Lisa found out, because didn't she find out that that woman and Whitney are related?
Yes.
As soon as she found that out, she got on that phone, or she dropped a text while she was on the phone with Whitney and was like, cancel. Don't do that.
Right. And she said, well, your assistant called us, and Lisa was like, I don't know what you're talking about. La, 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 la. But I'm thinking, come on, like, no. Like, okay, let's just put in perspective of YouTube right now. I'm not monetized, so we're going to put it in perspective of mini YouTube. It's my channel, right? I have Dark Locked 40 Tracy as my mods, right? So it's like if Dark and Locked had this, say Locked had a catering company, right? And Dark was, I'm Angie, Dark was Whitney. They called her and said, oh, your friend's doing this. And she said, well, I send all my business through you. So if I send all my business through you, but if you're going to go cater her party, then I'm going to cancel all my 1,200 parties that I send through you a year for her 2 or 3 she sends through you. And that's what I feel like she did. She was like, I send more business through you than they do. You know what? It would be like me if like Locked was my caterer and Dark was Locked was my caterer and Dark was my event planner. And I said, okay, Dark, call this caterer and do this. And then Tracy, my other mod, if she had a relationship with Locked, my caterer, and Dark called and said to Locked and said, "Oh, I want you to do this for Lisa." And then Tracy said, "Well, I give you all my business." No, 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 no. I'm going to take all my business from you if you give Lisa and Dark this one party. Like that's how it was. It was like either you're doing this or you're. It was wrong. Lisa Barlow had she had an entire hand in that. And the fact that
Oh
she was
yeah.
just like, I didn't know nothing about that shit. And then she was like, was bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Because she knew exactly what was going on before it went on.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has the audacity because isn't Lisa's no, that's Meredith's son that is having to deal with Jen.
With Jen, yeah.
But isn't
But
Lisa
Laura, do you remember that when Lisa came into the party, when she came into Angie's party, she said to somebody, and it was a nobody, like she just walked up to somebody and said, "Oh, I heard the caterer canceled on her or something." Do you remember that?
Yes. She was throwing major shade because she was trying to let it be known.
So how would she know that? Like that's weird.
She was throwing shade and she was making sure that everybody understood who got that catering company to cancel on her at the last minute.
Yep.
And I don't fault her for doing it because I would have done it too.
Come on up, Shahid. Hey, Pamela. Come on up, Shahid. Anyway, we can keep going. I call people out because I don't know. They're probably under soccer accounts. I don't really care, but okay. So what do you think about Laura? I'm so happy you're up here with me because I love to like banter with. Okay, Shahid, I dropped the thing. Come on, baby. Come on and talk to me, my love.
Let us see what you look like.
Let me see you, baby. Come on, Shahid, let's get it in. Yes, anyway, until Shahid decides to click the link, let's talk about this. What do you think about Mary's shit being a cult? Do you think it's a cult?
Oh, she's a cult.
Do you think she's weird?
Whenever you call yourself
her whole relationship with her son is weird.
First of all, her son's relationship with her is weird because
it's weird.
I mean, I'm not gonna call her what Jim called her. But I do not believe, 100% do not believe that her grandmother told her on her dying bed or left it in her will that she wanted to take her place in the church, right? And that she wanted to marry her.
Oh my Jesus!
At that time, grandfather, even though he was a step grandfather, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And then the way everything has gone down. Now, see. I done been to a mini church. Now, trust me when I say I've been to a mini church. Because I grew up in the church.
I grew up in a Catholic church.
Does anybody remember the mourner's bench? I sat on the mourner's bench a whole lot. And it wasn't because I did anything wrong. It was because that's where your grandma put you when you were there all summer long. And so my whole thing is, no, you cannot do anything and think it's not going to get back around to anybody. And as far as Mary goes, when you call yourself God, it's time for me to walk out of your church. because I went into this one man's church, and he told me after he had his $25 line, his $50 line, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll take everybody else's change at the end." I was like, "Well, first you ain't gonna give
Come
me
on,
my change."
Shahid. Go ahead,
But
Laura.
then the man was like, "If you walk out of here," the pastor was like, "If you walk out of here and get hit by a truck, you going to hell." I got my stuff and I got right on up and I walked on out of there and I took my chances because the
Okay.
God I serve, the God I believe in, is going to give me a chance to repent for any sins I may have committed.
I'm gonna say this, and hold on, I'm about to shut my door because I'm wearing
And
my.
so she is a cult because I have been in enough churches to know that no minister, pastor, bishop, or anything else is going to ever refer to themselves as God.
No, and I will say this, and I shut my door because I didn't even want my daughter to hear this. But when I was 15, I got, and this is, real life. And I think I told my daughter this, but I didn't tell her like the details of it. I was baptized, as a kid. Like my parents, we're Italians, hardcore Italian Sicilians. We were treated like black people in our life. Like I don't know if you understand, but like, they
Oh,
say, how Italians had their own gangs and like Italian, we're
yeah.
Sicilian.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like, how it was. And I
Look,
think like when I say that, it's not offensive, and I hope it's not offensive, but
it's not.
okay, thank you, because I don't mean to ever be offensive, but like I was communionized and I was baptized. Like when we went to the like my mom and dad, they sent me to CCD classes, right? And they were like, God does this, and I was asking questions, and I said, well, what do you mean? How do you know? And they just kept saying, you gotta believe, you gotta believe, you gotta believe, and all these things. So, well, whatever. So I got confirmed. I got communionized. I got baptized. I got confirmed. I'm sorry. I got baptized. I got communionized, and then I got confirmed. And then, unfortunately, when I was 15 years old, got pregnant by an abusive man. But he threw me down the steps, lost the baby, whatever. But we went to church after that. We kept going to church, right? And the priest the one day he said, it doesn't matter if you're, incest, rape, and all this like crazy things. And my mom, like, because of what I went through, like, she said, come on, like, let's go. And me, my two brothers, and my mom, they were 4 years younger than we all walked out of the church. And I was like, that was the last time I went to the church, because they were like saying that no matter what, like pretty much the priest, like the preacher at that moment was saying, like, no matter what, and I don't like to talk about religion and stuff, but like, at that moment, like they were saying, like pretty much like it doesn't matter what, like you got to deal with what you got to deal with. But
No,
my
I
ex
don't have
threw
to
me
deal with
down the
it.
steps and I miscarried or whatever.
No.
And I went through, and I went through all that, and it was like, so the preacher at that point was like giving like this crazy like speech and all this. So my mom took me, and that's probably the last time I've been to church, and that's the last time my brothers at this age have been to church. And it's like, it's so crazy. So when they were saying that Mary was doing this whole thing, I was like, that's a big thing. And everything, I don't know if you followed what's going on the internet. I've been trying to stay out of it, but there's a lot of stuff going on the internet. But like, even in life, you can't, trying to say this the right way because I don't want to say anything in the wrong way. You can't dictate what anybody goes through, right? Like you can't dictate what's right and what's wrong. Is that the right way to say it? Help me, Laura. Is that the right way to say it? You can't dictate what's right or what's wrong. And then, like, like I've had traumas because I don't share them, or because this one doesn't share them, or that one doesn't share them, or this person under blah 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 name doesn't share it, or blah 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 name, or this one doesn't share it, doesn't mean it's not true. And then all these people that are like, everybody's fighting over Trump. It's amazing to me because we have these real housewives, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should all be laughing at all the craziness, right? And then all of a sudden, how is it getting turned into real life? I don't know.
It's just so much is going on, and people are so sick and tired of being sick, whether they're sick or not. It's shut in. Well, I'm just forecasting for everybody. Stock up on your toilet paper, your paper towels, and your disinfectant stuff now, because we're getting ready to go back into a lockdown.
Sorry,
Because
sorry.
there are three
You're right.
strains that can be passed around like childhood diseases. It's running rampant. My
It
friend,
is crazy.
my friend wants me to go someplace with him, and I'm like, look, you know what I'm dealing with right now. I am not going anywhere. I said, but I can guarantee you one thing, because of all these times you said I won't go. I said, I'm gonna go with you to the beach when my oncologist says it's okay for me to go. I
Wait,
said, but
hold
not,
on. Back up. You said oncologist. I don't want to call you out, but are you okay?
yes,
Oncologist means cancer doctor, girl. I know that.
yes, I'm in
You
treatment.
can't for
It was, it was, it was a big thing, because I thought I had been through enough when I ended up with the two sets of titanium rods and screws in my back.
Wait, hold on. How did you get to the oncologist? Because I'm concerned because my
After,
husband is at the point now. He's got his kidney taken out. I took him to the doctor from a bellyache. He had a kidney tumor. They took his kidney and his gallbladder out, which you know. But what's
mm-hmm.
going on with you, girl? What do you mean? You said an oncologist. Don't play with me.
Well, no, what happened was, I had already told you about the right after everything in 2017, because I mean, I've been going through under the knife or something ever since 2014. And in April of
You never
2018,
told us
I
any of
had
this.
a 7 hour, it was supposed to be a 3 hour back surgery, turned into
But you
7 hours.
never told it. You always just come in the chat and never said any of this. Why don't you let us pray for you, girl?
And then I got out. I spent a week and 2 days in the hospital, and I ended up with two sets of titanium rods and screws, and they're doing this. Because they had to take out a vertebrae, they had to take out a disc, and then they had to shore my spine up, because they said when I would go from standing to sitting or laying down, one part would go forward and the other part would go back. And so that's the reason I ended up with two sets. And so, I have dealt with that. And then right after I past the year mark, 2019, it wasn't nothing but God, because God sent a streak of pain through my right breast. And
Damn
I'm like, was
right.
that pain? I was like, am I that pain? And then I noticed when I was putting my seatbelt on, I was like, oh, well, that kind of hurts a little bit. And then I guess God was like, she ain't listening to me, so let me tell her again. And I said, that was the pain. And I got right on the phone, and I called my people that do my MRI, do my mammograms every year. And they said, it sounds like you need a diagnostic. And I called my primary care physician, and he said he might need to see me. And I told the lady, I said, look, tell him to go back and look at 2016, 2017. They wouldn't touch me at 18 because I had had the back surgery, and you couldn't yank on me then at all. And the next morning, I got the call saying, go ahead and schedule. And it went down like this. I had a diagnostic on July the 1st, 2019. I had a needle biopsy on the 10th. I was told on the 11th I
On the
had
10th of
cancer.
what?
treatment team for my cancer.
No, on the 10th of
17th.
what? September or November or what?
No, this was July 2019.
Okay.
And on July the 29th, I had breast cancer surgery because they thought it was breast cancer, but it turned out to be a malignant neuroendocrine tumor, which is way worse. Because it means it can be anything from the top of my head to the tip of my toe.
Here, like about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I told Dark, and I was like, it's starting to hurt. I've never had a mammogram, but yeah. Anyway.
It's time to go have one. Just
Girl,
trust me.
I'm so happy you're like
They
straight. Like I've seen you in my chat 1,000 times. I'm like so freaking happy. Like you like made my night tonight. Like you came up, you talked about some housewife stuff. Like it makes me so happy. Esther, somebody said that. Somebody messaged me and said, ask you what your tumor was.
You
don't have to say, Laura.
It ended up being a malignant neuroendocrine tumor.
What does that mean?
And it's a cancer within your endocrine system, and your endocrine system is basically your entire body.
Okay, can you put it in layman's terms, because I don't know what that means.
Basically, I have cancer that can spread to any place in my body.
So can they take it out?
No, not where it is.
So honey,
I have been having shots, or what they call a flush, every 4 weeks up until January of last year, and I have 4 rounds of radiation.
Can I just ask, when did you get diagnosed with this?
Huh?
When did you get diagnosed with this?
July the 10th, 2019.
Okay, so my husband, I took him on. Well, I know Dark has helped me with this, but it was like February or March this year, 2021. But oh my God, cat! Oh my God, I'm sorry, Mike. The fucking cat.
I understand you. I have a.
Why am I adopting a cat that's like killing me at this point? Stop it.
Trust me, I have one.
You're gonna go out there and fuck
Midnight. Where are you at?
Anyway, point being is, no. So my husband, they told him, they were like, "Oh, we took him to the hospital, right, Laura?" They said, you got a whole tumor in your kidney. They took his kidney out. They took his gallbladder out. Now he's still having mad issues. And they said kidney cancer, which is apparently kidney cancer is 100% surgical treatable, right? Like they can take your kidney out, right? So like it removes the cancer completely. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they said for some reason that cancer goes immediately to the lungs. So when they took that out, they said we found a spot in the lung.
See what happened
in that spot, but then now we're at the place where they said, well, it could have been a spore, it could be anything, and now it's been 6 months, and every 2 months they've been doing a scan. Well, the same spot's still there, and I keep saying, well, doesn't that mean like that can't mean he inhaled something? Like, come on, what does that mean? So
did they not do a pathology
I wasn't trying to cut you off, but now we're at that point where it's like he got his kidney gone, he got his gallbladder gone, and now we're at the point where he has his scan, and he has another one coming up this week. But they say that the kidney cancer automatically goes to your lungs, but it's scary. Like, I don't want my husband to die at this age.
It is extremely scary, but the question I have for you is,
I think we're unique because now as
when
you
they
see
did the pathology report, did they say
anymore? But then how do we kind of
how did they presented, because see, at the very end of
I
my
took
pathology
him
report,
to
it
the
said
doctor.
size from one place and lodged in my breast.
Well, see, here's the thing with him. He just kept having a belly. He kept getting sick, and I was like, "Babe," I said, "I think you got a gallbladder." My dad had the same thing. I kept saying it was your gallbladder, so I took him to the doctor. They gave him anti-nausea medicine. They sent him home. He kept getting real sick that whole night, so I took him to the other hospital. They did the scan, and they said, "Oh my God, you got an entire tumor in your kidney." So they cut him open. They said we have to take your gallbladder and your kidney. So they did a four. I don't know how to. Well, I can explain it, but
It's supposed to be that
it
microscopic
was
thing.
a thing they did. It was like a tool where it was like a 4-point thing. They sucked the gallbladder out, and then they took his kidney out. So he has one kidney and no gallbladder. But now he was fine for like 2 weeks. Now he, like, every couple of days he like is vomiting. We've tried to adjust the diet. We've done everything. He can pretty much, only thing he can do is drink Ensure at this point. If he doesn't drink Ensure, he's dead. Like, literally, he can't even do anything unless he has Ensure.
Not wanting to scare you or worry you or anything like
No,
that.
don't. You don't have to scare me, but
he needs to be going back to see his
well,
oncologist.
we're doing that. And they said he had a spot in his lung, because they said, "Oh, kidney cancer immediately goes to your lung." But they said kidney cancer,
Are they not
it's
treating
a
it now that
surgical
it's in his
thing. We
lung?
can pop it out.
Why aren't they treating it now that it's in his lung?
Well, they're saying that it could be a spore. And I said, "Well, how can it be a spore if it's the same thing, and now you did a scan 3 months later and it's somewhere else, and you've done a scan 3 months later and something else?" We're not rich. We're doing like hey, Dark.
Hi. I just
Dark
wanted to help
wanted
you out
to
a little bit. I wanted to help you out a little bit. They haven't decided that he's got
Yeah,
cancer in
thank
his
you.
lung.
Because I've talked to her about all this. She's helped me with the doctor, so I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but
They haven't. He needs to get the next scan. They're basically
What?
kind of watching it, right? Which
Have they did the PET scan?
I don't think they did, right? I think they just did the X-ray of his lungs or the scan of his lungs,
no,
right?
they said that. Remember, they took it
Okay,
out,
well,
and they took it out, but then they said this one is just sitting there, the spot.
I
And now
think
it's
they
been
did the
done
PET
two
scan.
times now. It's been done 2 times. And now he's supposed to get this one, and we're supposed to see, did it get bigger? Did it get smaller? Did it get anything?
that's a PET scan.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're
He
gonna
needs to go
It's
back and get
really
that.
just shitty. I'm
You know-
sorry, you guys that were in this chat. I didn't mean to get involved.
no, it's when they go to do the PET scan, if he's ever had one, they're gonna put
He
him.
did do a
You
PET
can go with him, and he's gonna be in his room by himself, and they're gonna start an IV, and then they're gonna give him something.
Well, he did that.
Go through.
That's when they took his. I took him.
They
The whole
did.
thing,
I think
Laura.
they
I
did
don't
the
know
PET
if you knew
scan
from the
one.
beginning.
I think
Maybe
they did
Dark,
the
you
PET
can
scan.
probably explain it better than me, though.
I
But
think they did the PET scan when they looked at the kidney, right? I think
because
they
remember,
looked.
Remember, I took him to the doctor because
Yes.
he kept having a stomach ache.
Yes.
And then they sent him home from the one hospital, and I took him to the other hospital, and then they said, "Oh, we'll just do a CT scan." And when they did the CT scan, they said, "Oh my God, you gotta have surgery." And I was like, "What?" And they said, "You have an entire tumor in your kidney." So they literally, they said, "You have a tumor in your gallbladder and a tumor in your kidney." Dark was on the phone the entire time with me that I was sitting in the waiting room. That's my thank you, Dark, for that, because I love you for that. But like, she was literally my BFF on the phone.
Dark is your ride or die, because my ride or die showed up the morning that I had to have my surgery.
Girl, like,
until
I
it was
didn't know
coming.
what to do. Like, they're like, "Oh, it could be an hour, it could be 5 hours," and they were Well, here's the thing. When I sent him the first time, they said he's just got a belly ache. No worries, and sent him home. And I took him to the next hospital the next day. And thank God they did that scan because they said your entire kidney is full with a tumor. So now he has lost a kidney and he has lost his gallbladder. So we're at the point where it's like, okay, so he either
He needs to get that scan. That's what we need to do.
right.
Yes,
They
he
said
has
there's a spot
PET
in the lung
scan and make sure it
twice.
hasn't spread anywhere
Yes.
else.
Yeah, they have to
Well,
look at that
And
spot in his
why
lung.
aren't they treating him?
Because I think from what I understood when Lisa went in, once they took out the kidney, as long as it didn't spread anywhere, he didn't need any
But
treatment.
what did they say? Remember, Dark? They said it was going to spread to the lungs immediately.
It can, yes, and that's why they need to
And they
see
put
if
the two
spot.
things in the lung. They said now he's had the spots in his lungs twice now.
Yeah, so they need to do something at this point. Yeah,
And we're at the point, and I said, I want, now he's supposed to go next week, I believe.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing something that somebody just said where they're saying that
years.
Look,
they think they're
Diana
diagnosed with the
said,
same
yeah.
thing.
It's scary, Diana. We went from
It's
housewives to
really
this,
scary.
but it's okay. But like, Laura, what happened with you? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take over. What happened with you? Can you tell me what happened with you?
Well, you know, like I said, it went so fast because I had just passed the year mark from
Right,
having my back surgery. And
right.
all of a sudden, I'm thrown into this diagnostic on July 1st. And it went from July 1st to July 29th. I'm having breast cancer surgery. And I'm thinking I have breast cancer. And so I'm calling all of my family members that have daughters and are females. You need to get checked because I'm HR2 positive. And when the pathology report came back, because they took out 3 lymph nodes under my right arm.
Yeah.
And it was only affecting the first lymph node, so I was good to go. But when they did the pathology report and it came out, it said that it was in my breast, but at the very bottom it said metastasized and lodged in the outer right quadrant of her right breast.
Oh.
And it's called a malignant neuroendocrine tumor.
Wait, Diana just sent mine went from kidney to bone sternum. See, like, this is scary. A lot of people have had this.
So with yours, Laura, you have some type of injection or some type of like chemo that keeps it under control. Is that
Oh,
what it is?
Tracy just said, Laura. She said, Laura, I have a friend that has, excuse me if I say this wrong. Laura, I have a friend that has neuroendocrine carcinoma. He's been battling in it for 17 years and is doing amazing. I think that's the type of cancer you said you had. Is that the type of cancer you said you had?
They didn't say carcinoma at the end, and I'm not sure. Did hers say malignant? Because see, mine is.
I don't know. I just read the comment, so I was trying to.
Did hers say what she asked?
They did not say They did not say carcinoma. They said malignant neuroendocrine tumor. And the thing that's
all these words are silly. Like, not silly, but they're confusing.
You know, basically the type of cancer that I have is with your endocrine system, that's your entire body. So it can spread.
I told Dark the other day, I said I felt like this weird thing under my arm. And I was like, I said, I don't know, like, but I said, it's starting to hurt.
You need to
say, you gotta go. I was like, I've never had a mammogram.
You need to get a mammogram.
Look, I'm just go ahead and tell you, just go on in there. They're gonna put about 13 pounds of pressure on it. They're gonna squeeze it between a metal one and a plastic one. They're
Yep.
gonna squeeze it, and depending on how big you are, they're gonna get you under your arm to get that breast tissue there. And need be, they're gonna squish them both together so they can get all the breast tissue.
I
in the
know
center.
they're gonna squish my titties together. I know.
You need to go do
7
it.
ways of Sunday, as I would say.
Yep.
But
So
All right.
wait, hang on, Lisa. So are you
okay.
okay now, Laura?
I didn't want to keep everybody. I know we've been like
I
almost
am-
2.5 hours.
Hang on,
I'm
am
so
hang on.
sorry.
I have been having shots since October the 1st, 2019,
Uh-huh.
and I have them every 4 weeks.
Wait, can I ask you? Can you just back up in case anybody just joined now? And because I want to know, what are you having the shots exactly for? You don't
It's
have
for
to
the
say,
cancer.
but if you want to.
He's
It's for
already
the
said
cancer.
it for the cancer, honey.
No, for
Yeah.
what type though?
The malignant neuroendocrine tumor.
Okay.
And what they're doing is the shot, or as they call it, flush. It is keeping the red blood cell, the cancerous cells under control in my bloodstream.
Got it. So right now you're doing okay. Do they know how long they have to do that?
I haven't been given a timeline. I tell people right now I'm pulling 5 to 10. And they look at me like, what? I'm like, I got 5 years to hopefully get cancer free. And my doctors are very positive and saying
Who
that
cares
I'm
about anything? You just tell them you're doing what you be doing.
you know, and then after that, I will have to be watched for the next 5 years. After I'm finally cancer free,
Right.
then I'll have to be watched. I think I'll have to be checked once a year for 5 years after that before
Yeah.
they'll let me.
I think you'll be okay. Look at you. You look beautiful. You look healthy. You're happy. And guess what? You know what I believe? And I don't know if other people believe this, but I just believe like if you're, and I've told Dark this and Locked and Tracy and 40, like my mods, we've had like a lot of talks behind the scenes. And I always say, like, if we just be positive, you know, and all these people are doing all these, and I'm like, and they're like, Lisa, yeah, you just be positive. And they say it to me too. And I'm like, yeah, we be positive. And they say it to me. They're like, Lisa, you just be positive too. Like, girl.
Yeah,
Positivity
you have
helps.
to.
You
If you don't
always,
stay
I've
positive-
seen your comments and stuff, and you're like so much of a positive person. I'm so happy you came up. Like, you don't even understand. Like, I know, like, I'm not a big channel. I don't have 5,000 people up here.
Who cares? Nobody
Well,
cares.
I would rather watch your channel than to watch a channel that has all those subs and it's somebody that when I saw their true colors, I was like, that's something I can't be associated with.
But I just,
Even if it's just over the
everybody
internet, I
feel
still can't be
comfortable.
associated with it.
They
And
do, honey.
girl,
That's why they come. That's all that
I
matters.
know, but I just want her to be like, girl, like you gotta message me, Dark, Locked, Tracy 40. My mods are like the most awesome persons, and I am too, but they're like the most awesome persons in the world. Like I didn't even know what mods were. I had no idea. Like when they were like, you have to have mods, and I was like, what the fuck is a mod? I didn't even understand, right? And I was like, well, I talked to like very few people, and I got very close to very few people when I went through stuff. Like, and Dark can tell you, I cried to her many, many, many,
we're
many,
not doing
many nights. Like,
No.
you don't even want to know, but
No crying. We're not doing that.
Oh no,
But
no, understand.
like I'm saying, like
you
it's
gotta have
awesome. So
somebody.
like, girl, if you need anything, like it's awesome that you shared your story, and I hope you didn't feel embarrassed to share your story. Like I'm
No,
happy you shared
no.
it.
I look. You want to know? I'll tell you anything. What you want to know? Look, I'll tell you anything. What you want to know?
Girl, nobody ever comes up with me.
Don't tell
like,
her that, Laura.
I sucker Dark into coming up with me. I'm like, Dark, I know, and I sucker Lock once in a while to come up with me. And Tracy, I can get her every once in a while. And 40, she's working all the time, so I can barely get her. But I'm like, damn it. I was like, I need you guys. Like, I need somebody to bounce her off of. Like, I am a housewives junkie and all that. And I'm so happy. Like, Laura, thank you. Like, you really helped me with Candace and all that tonight. Like, I really needed somebody to kind of just, like, it helps me to feed off. Do you watch Plathville?
No, I have not, but I've heard so many things about it. I have it on my list.
Girl, this okay.
I just want to say thank you for helping me when Lisa left me high and dry up there because
I didn't leave you. Don't say high and dry.
Was I
I
not
You
left
were.
high and dry? I think
I
I was.
warned you tonight. I was like,
I didn't have an option.
I said, Uncle Kevin begged me to stay, and I stayed, and I knew that the
There was
Wi-Fi was
nothing
going to
in
act.
that whole thing that said, Dark, you have to be up there to help me. Nothing at all.
But
Really?
I mean, isn't that
Really?
what do at the last minute? Isn't that what brothers do at the last minute? They always cause a problem.
My brothers, they are like the sweetest men in the world. I always say,
Yeah,
I'm
but they
like,
always want to just come on, let's switch the football game, knowing another man's gonna want to be
Yep.
with the
well,
football game,
my mom, she has
knowing
been.
you got something to
She
do.
works at the crazy part is Laura. My mom has worked at Home Depot for like 20 years. She's like the head cashier there. Like she runs everything there. And my brother, I have twin brothers. They are. I'm 41. I just turned 41, so they're 37, and they just like one works at Bloom Energy, one works at Natural by Nature, but like they're Uncle Kevin. I don't know if you've seen Uncle Kevin. We call him Uncle Kevin on here because they don't have kids and they love my daughter more than anything under the sun. So they do anything for her fucking ass. But like Uncle Kevin gets a little tipsy, and he gets way tipsy, and we gotta get on him.
Hey now, let's come on
But
now.
I said, you know what? He's got lots of money in the bank. And I said, God damn, why can't we just find you a nice woman? Like, I just want to find him. I want to find both my brothers a nice woman. Like, God, like they're both good men. They both work a 9 to 5 job every day. Like, they do everything. Like, I want nieces and nephews. God damn it! I said I want to do like a bachelorette or something. I don't know. And they just say, well, when mom dies, they always tell me when my mom dies. That's because they're we're Italian family, so they say when my mom dies. Then I said, so what? You're going to be 70 years old and having babies? And they're like, well, that's what we'll do. And I'm like,
No,
it didn't make no sense. But at the
because
same time, they think
children
Italian.
Your parents. You want your children to meet your parents. And I am the only one out of 3 kids, and I'm in the middle. So I have an older brother.
My child is the only grandchild.
And my son was the only grandchild for 10 years, and I'm the only one that has a picture with my son and my father. My father
Laura, we have
2.5 weeks before my son's first birthday.
My child is 18. She's the only niece that my father, who, it's a long story, but he hasn't talked to us in 15 years. We don't know why, but that's his only grandchild.
It's his loss.
My mother's only grandchild.
Amen. Yep.
It's his loss.
Huh?
It's
his loss.
I know.
Because
we can talk privately. Like it's really hurt me. Like I've been devastated by that. But like the crazy part is, it's like my daughter's this beautiful woman. It's like my brothers are like, well, we're just gonna take care of mom, and then once mom's gone, then we'll do whatever. And I'm like, so you're gonna be like a Hugh Hefner, like you're gonna have kids when you're like 60? And they're like, well, that's what we'll do.
Well, no, it's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that. I feel like it's gonna be
It's
one of
funny.
those things where
But
where your brothers
here's
are
the
gonna
crazy part,
finally meet
Laura.
somebody.
And I'm gonna tell this to everybody. And I'm gonna put this name out there. My husband, as I've been with him for 15 years, he found out his father was not his dad till he was 15. He found out that wasn't his real dad. And we know his name is Rafael Rivera from New Jersey. We don't know who he is. We don't know if he has brothers or sisters. We don't know anything. So I thought, can we get like a 23andMe thing? I don't know.
Probably. If
My
he's
husband,
registered.
my husband wants to find out everything about his real dad, but you know his mom.
He's got
His
to be
mom, you know, Puerto Rican families. He's Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican families don't want to tell nothing. They don't want to tell nothing. They don't want to tell my husband nothing.
The thing is, Lisa, with those is his dad would have to be on there too. His dad would have had to have done it, or somebody in his dad's family.
Well, how many names are Rafael Rivera in Newark, New Jersey?
Probably a lot.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I've tried to look it up, but Laura.
I DM'd you.
Oh. No, you were just paused for a second, but
No,
anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you for coming up and talking about me with this. And I know we got into some deep shit, but I love you guys. And
thank you, Laura.
And I'm just glad we don't get into drama, but I might want to get into some drama. You never know.
No, we're not.
No, we're
Not
not.
quite,
We
girl.
gotta be drama free.
That's
you
right.
gotta be drama free.
There's
that's the
like
reason-
this many moments. Sometimes I just want to freak out.
Nope.
Well, see, when you want to freak out like that, that's when you reach out and you talk to
That's
somebody.
when I do reach out.
Thank
And that's
you.
when I
Thank
have
you,
you.
Laura. Thank you so
Laura.
much. See? What do I tell you, Lisa?
I DM'd you. You got
Laura,
info.
can you send me your actual, like, I don't know if you feel comfortable, and I don't mean to call you out, but can you send
Don't
you
call her
your
out.
actual
Talk to
number?
her outside.
I'm gonna say, can she send me her actual number through IG? Because then
I've
You're an
already
IT
sent it
girl.
to you.
I love you guys, and we're gonna knock this live out. And Laura, thank you for coming up. Like, you were like awesome co-host with me tonight. I love it. Anytime you want to come up and talk about Housewives with me, can you please come up? Girl, you always sit back in the background. I love for somebody to come up and chat with me.
Well, I mean, I have been for so many years. I had to
Hi,
be so
Diana.
feisty. I'm just trying to kind of like sit back and chill now a little bit.
Honey, you know I don't do
you
no
can
drama.
still, I
We're
can
talking
try not to turn
about
up with the best of them.
no. Well, I know it's hard, because listen, I want to say a lot of shit, and I'm like, sometimes, but you know what? Like when we're talking about housewives and stuff, it's awesome to have somebody. And I try to get dark up, and I try to get locked up, and they watch them, but it's like, they don't like to do it, and I try to sucker them in. I get dark once in a while, and I get locked once in a while. I get Tracy, and I get 40 once in a while, but it's nice to have you too, honey. Like, I'm so glad you came up. Like, that's awesome. And I hope you don't feel like I put you on the spot anyway, but like,
you put everybody in the spot. What you talking about, girl?
Girl, I am
spot.
a fucking housewife junkie. I can't help it.
I am
Thank
a
you
housewife
for
junkie.
having
I
such
have always
patience.
been
I
one.
can't wait for the reunion. Like, Laura, real quick, do you watch Plathville?
She said
I
no.
am going to start.
No.
I
need somebody to be here with me.
Lisa,
Girl,
you're fine. You're fine.
Tuesday Plathville is gonna be a deep ass Plathville. I thought you watched it, but I hope you're here with us.
Well, I'm gonna have to do some binge watching.
Binge watching, girl.
A lot
I
of
had to binge watch. Hopefully, it's not too many
Laura,
seasons.
you're so beautiful, and thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming up and helping me tonight, and I'm so
Anytime.
grateful to you, Mama. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I did DM you with my phone number and everything.
Oh, don't do that because you know I'm gonna text your ass.
Hey, call.
You know I will. Dark,
Hey,
you better
call.
tell her. You know
It
I
doesn't
will.
matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look, I'm tell you, I'm sitting here. I'm doing nothing every day. I have been on disability for quite some time,
Oh,
and
baby.
it just seems like everything has gotten a little bit worse as I've gotten older. In case everybody wondering, I might not. What? How old do you think I am?
I thought you were in your 30s, but I got a question. I kept seeing like you were commenting under my lives and you were like, "Oh, I'm here." And I felt like you were trying to comment in the lives. But I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't think she realizes she's not in the lives." Did you realize that?
No, I did not realize I
I
wasn't in
didn't think
live
so.
because when I clicked on, I thought it was bringing me straight up into the live.
I know, because I was seeing your comments and you were like commenting as the chats were going on, and I was like, does she not know that? And that's when I emailed you. But I'm so glad you came up, girl. Like, I love it. I try to get Dark, like, Dark don't come up. I gotta like force her. Don't I, Dark?
Yes.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying. I don't
Okay.
lie.
Guys, guess what? Okay, matter of fact, what's today? Today is Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football. Okay. So, Friday night, what game? Let's pick a game. What game do we want to play Friday?
Why don't we? Because you've been talking about doing the sex toy game
I
again.
love that game.
Why don't we do that on Friday?
Okay, we
Because
want to do it
you've been
again on
talking
Friday.
about it
Laura,
and talking about
Sounds
it.
good.
Laura, do you
Yes.
would you like to Dark always helps me with it, but would you like to get with Dark and then would you like to co-host that game with me?
Y'all just let me know what I need to do and how I need to do it.
I'm just like, would you like to come up and maybe like co-host and just banter back and forth?
Play, girl. What are you talking about? We're playing a game. It's not a banter play. Okay, it's a game.
Look, I was
Yeah,
one
right,
point
but
shy.
I
of
thought-
winning
I
last
want to
time.
win
Laura.
whatever it is we might be giving away. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I was
Laura,
one point
you
away from
can't
winning
be
last
well,
time, so
Laura.
I might
If
as
you
well
really?
if
be
you
your
help Dark, if you help Dark do the game, you can't get the
she
prize.
wants to play, girl. Be quiet. She just said she was 1 point away from the last time.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
okay.
point away last time.
Okay,
And so I'm
never
like,
mind then, Laura.
is
Sorry,
everybody
ignore what
gonna
I
be
just
looking
said.
and thinking I'm the freak of the week?
No. Games.
Ignore what I just said then.
Honey,
Okay.
games. We want them to be able to play, so they can, if we're giving away a prize, they can
I
play.
know, but I thought maybe she's like a good co-host. So okay, but if she likes
It's
that game,
fine. It's fine. Either
No,
way,
no,
it
no.
doesn't matter.
we'll let you play that game. I'll have you co-host another game with me. But okay, so we're
I'll
gonna
surprise
play adult. I'm putting it on now. Adult sex toy game Friday night.
What time?
Probably
What time, Laura? 9
9
Okay.
Eastern.
9 Eastern time. Y'all
Yeah.
better study. Study.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
then,
gonna find
Lord,
some
let me
good
just
ones
go
this
to
time.
my phone and hit
But
go to
Laura,
messages
I'm
and
actually
see
gonna
what
have
Adam and
you
Eve
help
is
us
sending
co-host
me
another game that
discounts
you
for.
don't like. Maybe another game that you're not that interested in. I'm gonna get you to hook up with Darkin, and then you guys can do that. But I want you to play this game. It's gonna be awesome. All right, guys. So I love
All
you
right.
guys. Everybody, we're gonna get off now, but Friday night, everybody better study up on their sex toy game. Study up, bitches.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Night.
Good night, Laura.